tournament. He goes Midas, he goes Ags. Suddenly the multiple saves come out in the fight for RP and Static Storm. It's going to chunk through the cores without BKB. Pretty obnoxious pick.
Yeah, fits that style, fits that long range.
If things go wrong, we're still in it.
Yep.
That said, I don't think either of these teams wants to drop down, and they definitely don't want to lose the dominance in terms of the meta, right? Both these teams are trying to define what's going to get them to the finals. If you get there with that definition in place, gives you a bit of an advantage going into those early games, because now you're saying, hey, no one has broken what we're doing.
Yep.
And especially for Tundra, who I feel like has just had one of the more unique styles this tournament. Banking off the Zoo, banking off the lane shove, Outworld Devourer. Who else is playing the mid heroes at 9 is playing at this event? Nobody else. I'll answer for you. This is a team that really wants to keep that momentum going and not have people kind of break that strategy and make them second guess, hey, are these things as strong as we think? Because like I always said, right now, they're just playing what feels good.
I was telling Bruno backstage, I was like, I feel like this game, this series could be just like just a stomp of a 2-0. I don't know which side it's going to be, but I feel like it's definitely two different ideas matching up against each other, and somebody's going to walk away right, and somebody is going to be a little lost mid-series and figuring out what to do.
Definitely possible. This is a make or break situation, and Puppy, the all-time experienced captain, he has made or broken a lot of teams. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go that way. That said, early laning phase, another situation where you have to play versus Tundra offlane, one of the most annoying offlanes in the game. You're always pulling waves, always disrupting the equilibrium.
Yeah.
Never seems like you get that 2v2, so Puppy's already doing a little shenanigans with Soxa down here, chasing him down, trying to meet the waves. Of course, this will give solo XP to the other two, but Soxa does not want to run through mid.
And this is kind of what Puppy was talking about when he was saying that they're just kind of like, I like to refer to Tundra, I'm not sure if I would call them dirty cheaters, but I would say dirty and nerdy. That's the combo that I think of when I'm like, what is Tundra? What makes them dirty and nerdy, man? These guys are the guys who break down the game to a science. They know every little mechanical interaction. They know every little dirty thing you can do in lane in order to swing a bad matchup, and you're seeing it right here. And Secret, they also know that, and they have come up with a plan to be able to deal with that. Puppy's trying to, you know, as you said, meet the pulls together.
I mean, you can call it dirty and nerdy. I don't know. If you're in top 3, I call it just good Dota.
Yeah, that's good.
Figure out the mechanics, abuse them better than your opponent. It's one of these things that these guys do the best. And meanwhile, Secret, they're going to have to play with that double melee offlane. So Skeeter is going to have a really good early game. Like, he is going to have very nice timings on his Naga. He's playing into Mag. You have to keep in mind this Tundra lineup, they have a couple save mechanics built in versus the big AoE team fight that Secret's trying to push down later, right? You have to sleep to counter initiate, you have the Astrals to counter initiate. It's a lot of time you can waste for this BKB duration that at some point Crystallis might end up going here and trying to take the Roche fights with, already queuing up Maelstrom. So the more you can deal with the lanes for your supports, the better off Secret's going to feel in this game.
I also feel like the damage on Secret isn't like the fastest in the world. You know, like I could see a very real scenario where Crystallis, maybe give it a first blood, not quite. Yeah. But just the damage could just be a little bit slow. There goes that save, there goes the song, and you're gonna reset.
Like Secret, when they choose a target in this game and they choose to go on it, you have to commit, and you have to commit hard. And you also have to get out of these lanes. Like, we've seen this Brood just destroy some of these side lanes. 33 is having a pretty good time. He has not had to invest a huge amount in regen. Normally, these super early waves is where Brood can struggle, especially in these core matchups like Monkey that tend to abuse him.
Oh, 9!
It's got a Fairy Fire.
Just as we showed the stat there of how successful OD has been at TI, and specifically, there it is, the 9 OD. The only other team to try out this hero was Team Spirit, who ran it in the offlane with Collapse. Didn't quite work out for them. It is interesting, though. It's the first time they're going to be playing Dire side OT. Wonder how much that changes.
Quick TP mid.
Yeah, an early rotation that's going to catch 9, perhaps. Oh, no, he ended up on the wrong side of the cliff. 9. I don't know if that was intentional or what. Maybe it was just good old-fashioned luck, but close enough to the cliff there that it puts Giants on the wrong side.
Nice little move. He'll sure it up. Still at Fairy Fire. I'm not sure he goes down. There's just not a huge amount of mana in the tank for Nisha there either way, but I think they're happy to get out of this lane in a pretty good position. Snaking, losing his courier. Not going to be too happy about that one.
Oh, even worse. Our Ember Spirit
my keyboard is not...
did not actually get a chance to refill his bottle, so talking about being low on mana. It only gets worse. It looks like Snaking, it's just going to fall. Resolution. It's way too hard with the 2-2-0 build he's got going on.
Yeah, this is the buff to Shockwave, right? This Mag hero is pretty strong on lane. Like, he's just chilling here with the ring. Downside of Mirana Naga is you can't pressure super early. So Rezo is just having the time of his life up here. Even CS with Skeeter, first blood gold on top. Even more unstoppable. And him having a good game is really nice because he has the most flexible item choices to some degree. He can go more early utility. If he can go the Vanguard, Arcane Boots, Mech, some of these early items can help them skirmish, accelerate the tempo. And at the same time, he's going to scale his other 2 cores.
Puppy steps a little bit too far forward. Crystal's going to come in, trying to help his buddy out here, but it's not going to be enough. Too much damage from 33 and Zoxta. As I believe Puppy thought he was doing a little bit of pulling. 33 is going to take some damage in return. He can jump into the trees and make a go for it. As you can see, Zoxta was even trying to cut down trees to make sure Crystallis gets caught. But ultimately, feels like just pushing the Broodmother out of lane is good enough for him.
You know, honestly, giving Monkey some solo XP might not be the worst. I don't think Puppy wanted to stay down here too much longer.
That was a close call. You see that? Nine tried to stop Nisha from being able to pass over the bottle over to the Disruptor. But it did go off, and he did get that refill.
Every little thing on the main stage adds up. Puppy's lingering around here, maybe trying to secure the vision for this 6-minute rune. They would really like it to go the Ember's way. Since this OD, of course, not one of the bottle mids. So this gives an opening for Nisha to really get these 6-8-minute runes power up on the map. If it's haste or double damage, he's going to be in heaven.
And he's got 3 mangoes in the bank right now, and he just needs 1 creep to die, and he'll have level 6. And that's where that kill power in the OD, especially as he's been ramping up all those imprisonments. So this is a dangerous situation.
There's 3
Zoxta's going to cut over that 1 creep. It's going to die right now. He's going to get his level 6. Now they've got the ultimate to drop it if they want to, and there it goes. They kill the Ember Spirit. Now look to be able to chase down Puppy as well. Puppy, with a spiteful last breath, kills the Arcane Rune before he does die. But a successful rotation by Tundra, picking up 2.
Contesting that 6-minute rune, getting the level advantage on OD. Those little lane things matter. And 9 will drop that first hammer, cement this fate. No rune for Nisha. That was one he really would have wanted. We can also see like some of this minor synergy. You're gonna have to care about the Astrals a lot more in this game because every Astral means a free arrow for Snay. In the fights and the skirmishes in the river, we didn't really talk about this OD Potom combo, but it's a classic for a reason.
Uh-oh, Crystallis. He go a little bit too far forward here. He's trying to get the Jingu stacks up and then be able to swap over, hit the big swing that gets him back up to full, and it's 33 who thought they could challenge the Monkey King. Step to the king, Avery, you best not miss.
Damn straight. That almost pushed him to level 6, so Stahl's having a pretty good time down here in this bottom lane. Like, he is really taking it to the Brood, which is exactly what you want to do. You need to slow down this Brood's level 6 timing as much as possible, because that's when you can start to ignore your core matchup, get into the jungle, cut waves, accelerate the farm, get into that Wraith Pack pipe or whatever utility he wants to go. That's what unlocks Tundra's 5-man team fight. If all of that gets slowed down because your Monkey King is killing the Brood early, it means your time to get to this Maggot power ramps up considerably. So Secret, I feel like they're having a pretty good time on lanes here. I mean, this is probably in the upper band of what you would expect or hope for, especially from a Mag lineup.
Talking about that Mag, when you talking about, okay, more time for the Empower to kick in for the Monkey King and the Ember Spirit, do you think that also means that they feel very comfortable going like pretty far into the late game against the Naga Siren because they have these big steroids coming in? Oh, bottom lane, 33. He's going to be kept in place. Not long enough, though, for the Monkey King to get those stacks.
I mean, I think you're always confident going late game with a triple melee core Mag lineup. But like we said, Tundra does have some of the safe utility to play around with it. Nisha
toss over, jumps over to his Remnant. Did have enough mana for that one.
That's a PD. They can skirmish around mid.
Yeah.
There's a lot of damage.
Dust is coming in.
Max Slight.
It's dangerous, though. The imprisonment, the self-save underneath tower. They get one last hit. Ooh. He's going to go for it, Nisha. He wants his kill.
1 second for Slight.
Is he far enough away? He's out of range. And now they've got the toss up in the air. Oh, into the snowball pickup. Dodges the arrow nicely. They are going to be able to get another round Slight. Look at 9. He's creeping in on the side. He's going to come in at the last second to be able to bail out Zoxta and get the kill on his Zayas.
Tundra bringing the numbers again to shut down this Ember's momentum. That's a huge rune. We can see the damage coming through. And of course, the whole time that flies out, 9 gets to complete his Midas. Already proccing it. This is the build he is favored on this hero the whole tournament. Midas into that Axe Rush. It's going to be extra attack speed and extra item progression for him.
Arrow that arrow. Ooh, hit the range creep first.
And both teams really trying to play around these mids.
Oh, goodness. Look at that stack. Rezo is going to be huge. No stacks on the side of Tundra, so this is going to be, they're already up a bit in net worth. That'll continue with stacks like these.
And 33 just has to walk out of base here. He's choosing to save his TP. I guess they're going to send him mid. He's tired of going against this Monkey Disruptor kill combo. At the same time, he can't really go against Mag. I don't think he feels great just sitting up there potentially feeding Spiders playing into Vanguard. 33 a little lost in this early game. This has been one of the rougher starts for him I feel like I've seen all tournament.
Yeah,
he's jungling with Insatiable. This is not the route of progression you want for your offlane Brood here, trying to get to level 6.
No, you're supposed to get, you're supposed to get 6 in lane, and then, you know, you just are able to, even if your lane is hard, you can still jungle so much faster. The fact he has to do it at level 5, ugh, that's gonna feel terrible for him.
It also pushes Soxa more towards these mid skirmishes, which again, we're seeing 10-minute rune.
Holding
Might
the
be a
place.
bit of trouble. Depends how much Secret commits.
Snowball afterwards should be able to keep him in place. The arrow sneaks in from the side. Oh, actually tosses over Zayas at the last second.
Hello.
Tries to block him off, but is going to be caught by the imprisonment. Probably surrounded here. I don't think Secret can do too much to stop this one. Indeed does fall 9 with a killing spree already.
I mean, Secret's got to be happy about both their side laners just getting full farm and solo XP, though. Like, sure, you're winning some of these mid skirmishes a little bit. You're contesting the runes. Ember, he's getting his economy drained a bit. He has some power to catch up. Rezo and Crystal is just having free-for-all in the first 10 minutes here. I mean, like you said, they are going to be big.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Rezo, I feel like he's had 2 different modes this TI, one of which has been like this carry style offlaner who he just is like picking up second most net worth on Team Secret, is just absolutely destroying in the mid to late game. The other mode is where he's just running around with Zayas nonstop. They're just constantly looking for kills. It's definitely going to be the former one, where Rezo's just going to take a lot more time farming in this game.
I mean, he can play carry mag to a degree. He did opt for the Vanguard, will go Blink. I mean, it's a tri-carry lineup. They're fine going moderately late here, no matter what. And quick smoke from Secret, trying to activate the Strengthless Magnus with the catapult. Push this Tiny out of here. They don't want to let Tundra just sit up here and leech XP, especially when nobody can defend this tower on their own.
Yeah. If they successfully kill this Tiny cleanly, they can go ahead and take the tower. Get a decent bit of map control, especially since Chrysalis is still able to hold his safe lane, no problem. Tundra just really hasn't been able to activate around that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to double man smoke yourself, which is exactly what Tundra is doing.
Found him. Caught him in. Shards, Shockwave, and Soxa. Well, all you can really do is delay the inevitable at this point in time. There is going to be the rotation to bottom, so now we are seeing that activation to the other side of the map. Question is...
Crystal should read this, though, right?
Yeah.
You know no one's defending top. This Naga's sending illusions mid.
It's so greedy to try and hold your safe lane tower like that one. The arrow's going to come around, but he was already on the trees. An interesting interaction where midway through the air, he got hit by the imprisonment, but managed to land on the trees anyway, and the arrow was off the mark as a result.
I mean, what is an astral prison to a king, Cap?
That's true.
He does not care about your physics. And that's a huge gank dodge, because that kill is the kill that's going to convert on this tier 1, right? Now, he can stay down here. He can play in the trees. Secret can have teleports up to take the fight if they want to. Especially with Ember, the mobility on the map. Secret's invading your jungle. This lead can build a decent amount here in the next minutes if Secret make like one more good move. Meanwhile, Puppy's just been soaking the levels mid. I mean, he's 6.5 with Arcane Boots. He is farming up a storm, as Puppy likes to do.
That is true. He's had a very long career, and most of it has been playing sort of a greedier style 5 position. Because he's still, like, you know, you talk about, like, the captains, the old dogs who play 5 positions still, and there's so much talk about, like, oh, well, the strategy and drafting they do. But Puppy, when it just comes down to the play, he's still got it, man. He is still one of the best 5 positions from a mechanical perspective.
Oh, absolutely. He's also one of the best at killing creeps.
Well, that's a mechanic of sorts. Invis, Moonlight Shadow, they're going to be able to set up the toss into arrow combination that catches Nisha looking around in that dire jungle. Tundra reclaimed that bit of real estate, while they're also simultaneously taking the mid tower. Maybe not right now, but the Spiders, they'll eventually do their duty and bring it down. So
this is the downside of Secret support duo. They do not deal with the Broodlings. So 33 can have his way in terms of cutting waves, pressuring buildings, forcing Secret cores to split up. And that's where those moves from Tundra with Moonlight Shadow or the vision they have on the map from Naga makes it a lot easier for those to work.
yeah.
This is where Secret have to choose how they play the map, and they have to choose it carefully. If they have more anchor points like this Monkey or Mag they feel are strong, the other way is just group up.
Blink reveal, skewer back, small little distance. They do hit a nice combo onto Zayas here, but they might be able to catch both here with a beautiful static storm. The chains on top, Snake King's gonna get run down. Soxa does get bailed out though by 9, and that OD hits pretty hard. They don't want to play around him. They want to finish off that support. They do claim it. 33 was kind of hovering around here, isn't able to do much considering the lack of farm that he has. Doesn't really have an item to play with just yet, which is going to be that Wraith back build.
Does end up claiming that tier 1 mid with the Broodlings on the back end.
That's nice.
And steals the rune from Nisha, so getting a little extra damage in. course, that was the Mag Blink reveal. Maybe not the best target Secret wanted there. They would have really liked to just RP this OD and take the fight without that save. That's going to be a big consideration as well, right? When Rezo blinks in, you have to keep track of the Astrals. You have to keep track of this Nagasol. Because you get turned around on all of a sudden, maybe your Static Storm's gone, maybe you expended some remnants in that RP. Fight's looking a little worse, right? Yeah. Wukong as well. There's a lot of static spells that Secret can drop in these team fights. It gets reset. You have to rethink matters a lot. So when Rezo wants to fight, kind of the big key here.
Zayat, ooh, nice sidestep there. Instantly read the where a ward was going to be, and he actually picks up the last hit before Snake King can get the deny.
Secret baiting this bottom. Rezo pre-TPing. Stalls might get aggressive here. He has Maelstrom online already.
Hit him with the stun first, follow-up snowball, just 100 to 0, nice and easy. And now Tundra, this little push that they were looking for, it's immediately denied.
Secret is doing a very nice job of holding their map. They're not building a huge advantage, but it's hard to do versus Naga Brood, who are just going to excavate the lanes no matter what.
Yeah.
The one advantage they're building is some of this XP, right? You look at Rezo, he's level 12. Compare this to some of the Tundra cores. Skeeter just got 10. The Brood was suffering for a while, still only 9.5. So Secret does have a decent level advantage here, especially on their Monkey and on their Magnus. And here's another smoke looking to use the Magnus' strength right now. Convert it into some map control.
Yeah, they've cleared out that bottom right-hand side of the map. Now they're going to sweep through the map and try and catch somebody at the very opposite ends. The problem is this Naga Siren's pushing in so aggressively. It's no heroes are showing on the map. Tundra's just playing safe.
This is going to be the name of the game. Like, if you can get these smokes to land, they're crazy valuable, but good luck, right? How are you ever going to catch anything in this map when Tundra can always just force you to show? Now you showed Rezo back on his own. Here's the setup.
Prison into arrow, staking perfectly on point there, and before the mag even wakes up from that stun, he is dead. Also look for that, we've got a Blink Dagger Tiny now on the loose for the side of Tundra, so this just increases the kill power when they do split Secret up, when they do force them to show on these side lanes. This individual kill power of Tiny and Mirana, or the OD Mirana, whatever it is. It's going to be scary, especially for Chrysalis, who keeps on trying to hold this safe lane and doing so successfully, honestly. I mean, he is known as a Monkey King expert, and he's showing why. The fact that he's been so wily, staying away from Tundra this entire time.
Have to tank the smoke.
But the Coyote might have just finally... Oh, that rotation was close. Chrysalis, once again, hypes away to the trees.
Like you said, Blink Tiny here. Can also blink and eat his tree. Does boundless.
Catch Snake King, thinking about the Wukong's command. Now, this is a little bit of a stretch. Chrysalis really trying hard for this one. The rest of his team not quite there. Snake King is going to be caught. No leaps in hand. And they do get the glimpse backwards here with a snowball on top of that one. 2 pickups. Very valuable for Secret. Those are 2 big killers on the map. So now Secret, they could split up probably pretty aggressively here and try and push in the waves.
That was the one spot Secret wanted to bring everybody because it's where all their vision is. They don't have much vision on any of this top portion where Skeeter has just been constantly pushing his lane, stealing triangle farm. 33's in their jungle, scouting out with Broodlings. The vision is always going to be a constant battle for Secret, so they really have to maximize what they get out of it. And that just means bringing the numbers. Every time you bring the numbers, if Tundra get out without losses, they're super happy. They lose a couple heroes there, it means you're probably losing an objective. Secret get the most out of that play, and it's going to push this Monkey King up to BKB, 200 gold. It's a very big item for him. It means he can commit in the fight. Your Astrals don't control him as much anymore. You can't just arrow him.
It's also great for split pushing, right? Like, he can deal with the split pushing because now if he gets imprisonment, okay, I'm just going to pop BKB if they try and arrow me. So
every item that helps him stay out on the map independently is going to be amazing for Secret here. This is going to be Ags done on Outworld Devour, I believe. So this is a big power spike for Tundra. They also have Orchid on this Naga. You're not ready. If you get Orchided out on one of these cores, Nisha is not close to BKB. He's still 1,000 off. Tundra really want a big core kill into Roshan here.
Oh yeah, getting a pick off on Nisha would definitely be the most amazing opportunity for Tundra.
But look at Secret group though.
Yeah, the Spider crawling all over the map. This is one of the advantages of the Brood Mother. You feed away a little bit of gold and experience, but what you gain out of it, the vision, what you see, that information is very much worth the exchange.
Sometimes what you don't see, that scan clipped them on Roche, so Secret thinks they're Roshing right now, and nobody's home.
Yep, it's gonna break. Snake King, is he gonna be able to leap away successfully in time? All 3 leap charges used to get out of town. Resolution not going to be able to find that opening with Blink Dagger. So
Secret's going to think about this tier 1 mid, and they're also going to think about Roche here. Remember, their Roche teamfight is absolutely insane, as long as you don't get Song.
that is a very good point. They've got all this good AoE, like area control team fight between the Static Storm and the RPs, the Wukong's command, but it all goes away if you get Songed at the wrong time.
But I feel like you man up for it here if you have the Ember BKB. Yeah, if they're 200 off this, might be why they're hesitating a little. I think if you had that BKB plus the Monkey BKB, that contest is just not there for Tundra. You just BKB up near the end of Roche, forgo any type of Song contest, and you're super happy committing for this objective. Nisha's gonna go bottom, try and deal with the split push, which is always gonna be a nuisance. Deny? He'll take it as well.
Very nicely played, but does he get out?
Moran ults.
Oh, here it comes.
Orchid as well.
He has an illusion root, so they know about this. They can't just Orchid him straight up. They've got to be able to find a way for him to be able to pop that and then catch him afterwards. But Nisha, he held and held and held. He's like, I'm not popping this. I bet the only reason he went to that bottom lane was because of that power root.
Definitely that deep. Yeah, he would have been out of there way sooner.
Yeah.
Have that. Saves his life from the shadows, quite literally. And that'll push him to his BKB. I think Secret is now a lot more confident to force Roshan, and as we see, straight into the pit. They have max tag team out on this Tuskar, so this is going to drop pretty fast. Tundra do have an option to contest here. Remember, they have pretty much everything up, and they have this Raid Pact on Brood. But it's going to be a little too hard to push through this middle lane. That'll be an objective for Secret, and a big one.
Wow. I'm very surprised they're giving this up with the Naga Siren on their team. But at the same time, if they contested and lost, I feel like that would be the beginning of a Secret would just take a huge lead at that point in time, right? You would get map control.
Yeah, absolutely disaster.
Yeah.
I just think it's not even a favorable fight for them right now.
Fair.
Like at the point where both those cores get BKB off, now you have to fight into Wukong, you have to fight into an RP. Rezo can stay super far back. He went 4-staff Blink, so his catch range and initiation range went up a lot. This 4-staff can also help save people from an arrow combo, right? As long as they're facing the right way, force them a little deeper, it forces Tundra to commit with you. That sets up for your AoE turnaround a lot. This is the part where I feel like Secret's a lot stronger as long as they can connect, and
Smoke out of the pit.
Connects.
Cut across the map. Does manage to get the Tiny here. 3-man Avalanche is going to buy him a bit more time. Actually gets the other side of the shards there. It's going to be the Snowball that chases him down. So they're only going to get the one, which Tundra is probably accepting of a smoke for a forward position. Not too bad.
They'll take it. You do have to think about how much of the map you're giving up here.
That's true.
Again, your Naga and Brood can like split push these lanes out, but you're losing on the XP advantage every time you make this trade. And at some point you have to win that fight. And the more of those you give up, the harder that XP hill is to climb. I'm serious, look at these levels. You have a level 11, level 12 cores compared to level 14 or 15. It's already a significant gap. That means another level of talents, some more goal on the map.
Do you feel like that's something that is more valuable than it has been in previous patches? Because nice catch there.
Just found him.
What a beautiful skewer. Saksa was looking for a toss back there, couldn't quite get it, and looks like they're just going to be maybe not. Nine walking out of the Wukong's command. He gets glimpsed back though, and now he dies. Now they actually get the slight chains onto 33 as well with the double BKB pop and the Static Storm on top of that. That one's going to be 2 cores dead on the side of Tundra. Nisha with the last remnant, it's a BKB hunting for even more heroes, but Saksa said, you wanted me? I jumps in, doesn't quite finish him off. The snowball save gets him away. A skewer back almost catches Snake King, but he managed to leap out. The glimpse doesn't pull him back far enough either, so Saksa daring to dive in like that was a bold move. Almost got the kill on Science, but instead ends in his own feudal.
More advantage going Secret's way in these 5-on-5s. Just doesn't feel like Tundra can take the full mana fight. Of course, Odie getting caught is worst case scenario, right? Anytime they can displace him, take the fight around the fact that Odie has to Astral himself, they're going to be super happy to do so. And of course, that glimpse. You got to think about it here. Like, this is a very powerful tool in this game to just keep Tundra heroes where Secret wants them. You can save your buddy, but what happens after the saves are gone?
Yeah. I mean, it's such a great, like, win more kind of spell, right? Yep. They win this initial part of the engagement where they get 9 out of the way. And once it's forced, Tundra is like, we can't fight back, we have to retreat. That glimpse becomes probably one of the best support tools in the game.
And I really like how Secret's itemized this game. Like, they are not being too greedy on a lot of their heroes. Rezo went the Vanguard 4-staff so he can bail somebody out.
Okay.
Puppy's just going the Lotus. That's going to help deal with the Naga Orchid and the net for Ember, right?
Oh,
this is
yeah.
an item built for the Ember Spirit to help Nisha in the fight. And of course, you have Tuskar who now gets his Blink, so you have Blink Snowball save online as well. These are 3 really powerful tools for Secret to reset those arrow combos. If the arrow combos aren't landing, Your next best bet is these tossbacks. Try and displace the fight yourself, right? Throw people into the OD hits, into the Naga illusions. You abuse the vision to a maximum.
It sounds like right now the supports have to do a lot of heavy lifting on the side of Tundra, and even then can be countered. We'll see what they can do, though. Tundra are going to go for a 5-man smoke. This is, I feel like we haven't seen them do this in maybe the whole game.
Now, they might find this Zaya's Tusk, and they will.
Yeah, they will. They're going to toss him over to the side here into the Orchid. Now, Puppy shows up. He actually
ran in.
Going into this one. The Static Storm goes out. The Wukong's man on top of that one. They're going to chain it with the stun from Chrysalis. Make sure that the Marauder can't get away. Nice imprisonment save. The 5 position is going to come back. The statues and the slight. Make sure he stays down.
It's another tossback here if Tundra want to think about it. Oh, Rezo is going to displace it first, though.
Yeah, there goes the toss over to the side. So both the repositioning spells being used here. But an RP locking out the 2 of them. The OD ultimate was dropping on BKBs. Nisha, they're going to fight it out with Chrysalis. So the song isn't going to be enough for Skeeter unless, there it is, the imprisonment with the song on top of that one. Now with the BKBs failing out, can Secret continue this fight, or Tundra? Are they going to be able to be the ones to catch over hero after hero? A glimpse back, not going to do enough though, as it's going to be Nisha caught by the Orchid, drained of everything he has, including his life. They may have had the Aegis on Team Secret, but it's Tundra who come out the victors in that well-played team fight.
Oh, these long team fights are going to be Secret's bane this game because these Astrals add up. They're just out of mana by the time that fight is done. You look at that Ember's mana pool and the death pool, it's 580. You got nothing left to do anything by the time this fight progresses past that song. Just an awkward initiation too, right? Both Secret supports pretty much taken out at the start to some degree. Puppy has to drop the full kit. Just look how much this Mirana death gets stalled. Wasn't snaking by, but now we're getting more player around mid.
Static Storm trying to protect him, but it looks like with the imprisonment, it's probably going to be enough. Now, Zoxa's life is going to get traded out 1 for 1, but they do have the ensnare on the Monkey King here, and he doesn't have his BKB, not for another 20 seconds. He's in big time trouble. They do manage to get the skewer back on to 9, but without the Monkey King, do they have anything to take advantage of this one? They do have the Ember Spirit coming in hot. 9, he needs to get out of here, but this damn kinetic field will lock him in place. Nisha goes for the kill, and Nisha will claim it. Shockwave managed to finish him up at the end. Now with the BKB, he's going to challenge Skeeter. Doesn't really have the damage against the Naga Siren, so we won't find a secondary kill during that BKB timing. They did cost Secret a buyback there from the Disruptor.
Expensive. You can see how chaotic these fights can become very fast for Secret. They want to take the more organized 5-on-5 engagements where they get their big spells off and kill a core. The second these Astrals starts coming out, Lotus Astrals, arrows flying through on top of summons, on top of illusions, on top of broodlings. It's too much gunk to keep track of. And at that point, especially if your BKBs are out, the fight just becomes a nightmare.
I like this pickup. Snaking, grabbing the gem. Now that Tundra have kind of gotten back some of that map control away from Secret, they can start taking down some of these wards. Map goes dark for Secret. It becomes even harder to deal with these kind of split push lineups, right? When you don't have the vision.
It becomes harder to team fight too. Secret's a bit reliant on the jumps at this point, I think. It's about who they initiate on, how they anchor that engagement. Ideally, it's OD every time. Trying to figure
game, but it's not dead even anymore. No BKB on the Ember Spirit. Gets caught by the Moonlight Shadow rotation of Tundra.
This map is just way too hard to play. Like, Secret need to do something to regain some vision control, regain some lane control. It's not necessarily going to get easier for them in the next 10 minutes here. Again, there's just so much ghost push happening on the map. You have Naga Illusions cutting top, Broodlings cutting bottom. Tundra can group, Tundra can pick you off and not have to show that much to do it. Another toss back mid on this mag. Getting forced out.
Prisman reset here. Puppy, that's going to be a dieback on him. That's why he's kind of dropping everything. Ultimately, you're going to be dead for the solid 60, 70 seconds. You might as well throw all your spells out there.
It's the same cooldown.
It really is.
You are giving some extra mana away. Pumping up the OD a little bit.
Tower is under attack.
Picking up a lot of momentum now on the Tundra side, a 4,000 net worth lead, and they're the ones now assaulting buildings. And I think that's such a scary part of these split push lineups. When they start getting on your side of the map, it becomes harder and harder to get it all back, right? You feel like you're constantly, oh, now this lane's being pushed in. Now our tier 2 is falling. The tier 3 is exposed.
This is the Tundra playbook.
Yeah.
This is what you have to be ready for in this tournament. I think Secret's idea is we get this mag lineup, we have a bunch of cores, you can shove out the lanes, scale really well, take the late game fights. You can't get there. It's a problem, though. And yeah, who's Titan Sliver?
Yeah, who left that behind?
Somebody has a regret in the jungle.
Let's see. Let's check out the Tundra side. Oh, there it is. It was the Tundra. All right. Well, that's a freebie for Secret. Oh, look at that.
They don't want it.
Or maybe don't look at that.
They don't want any handouts, Cap.
Want to win this game fair and square.
That's damn right. I mean, the alpha move is you pick that up and you give it back to him. That's the next level play.
Under attack.
Imagine if you win the game on top of that, ultimate mental damage being done.
I mean, that is something Puppy would do. I would have beat you at full strength.
Next Roshan, that's going to be so crucial, right? I mean, you have gone on this entire, yay, Rezo finds it in the end. Hey, look, there's the Titan Sliver.
I've never heard such a resounding cheer for a neutral item in my life.
He's going to pass it over to the Monkey King, so that's a pretty significant not only damage buff, but also the status resistance could be
very nice.
Very crucial.
Roche does spawn here, but the biggest question is you need lanes out to be able to deal with it, right? I don't think you can just go in the pit and force it like you did last time if you're Secret. Maybe Tundra sleeping, but I wouldn't bank on it. They always have that sleep up, so you're gonna have to find a way to deal with these lanes. It comes down to this Ember just reading the map super well. There's a limit to that. When you have Moonlight Shadow, when you have all the vision Tundra has,
yeah,
it's just too much weight for Nisha to do it all. Now you're forced in a position where you gotta win the 5-on-5 clash. Tundra doesn't have to force it here either. They do have a Hex on Brood. This is an absolutely nasty item if he gets the initiation with it. Might be something Secret does not expect and does not BKB preemptively for.
They throw an illusion up into the triangle area, trying to get some information. Secret is smoked up, though. And so Tundra, they start moving north. They think, okay, maybe they're up here somewhere. Not actually the case.
You've got to find this OD or you've got to skewer one of these cores back pretty deep and then just triple BKB man up.
So you think of the state of team fights, it's much easier for Tundra to win, and it's Secret who have this, like, the onus is on them. There's this one play they have to do in order to win a fight.
I think Tundra's super comfortable in this game state. I mean, they're also Dire. They can abuse buybacks on the Dire outpost for this Roche fight.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of things going their way right now. It's just so hard for Secret to make a move without Tundra knowing it and without knowing where they're coming from. They also have bailout tools. They can use support buybacks on the front line. They can use the tossback. They can use a Force Staff. The initiation is not guaranteed to go Secret way. You might just get hexed when you blink in. You might get Astral. Enough. You have to worry about them potentially just forcing it as well if you don't have vision. The Glimpse checking the Naga status. It will be real.
Yep. Of course, what you're referencing there is illusions. They do get one shot by Glimpse, so if you hit an illusion, just instantly pops. Problem is, there's so many of them.
Puppy doesn't mind doing a little illusion farming in the downtime.
Not bad.
I think Tundra's contemplating whether they want to just bait this triangle, but it's pretty much the only way Secret wins a fight at this point, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if they're just chipping away at the mid-tier 2, there's really no rush to go into that triangle,
there isn't.
right? You could just force them to bottom eventually.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to force it this game. And so you see Rezo, he's trying to look for anything.
You don't know what mix-up of button clicks that one was, but he force-staffed and horn-tossed, but didn't blink forward.
Soxa thinking about blind jumping. Cutting his way through.
He's going to find Science and toss him back over to the side. Nation's immediately going to try and take advantage of this. They do manage to get off the snowball. They're gun on top of the OD. That's all important, but he has the imprisonment. He's going to come back into Chrysalis with the stun, but he blinked away just before the stun could have hit. And that is so much of the team fight on the side of Secret now. Tundra is going to continue to retreat, though, instantly to side forward onto the Magnus. He tried to go forward, but he had an Aeon Disc as well, so he's going to be okay. And that hammer did absolutely nothing to him, but did almost finish off the toss. The Ember Spear is stuck inside the ensnare with no BKB. He will die, overextending. Now Nine goes in deep, though, with the RP. They land exactly what they needed there to turn the fight. Two cores going down on the side now with a buyback on sides. They're going to finish off Soxa. He gets tossed over, maybe snaking low, beaten down. Chrysalis versus Skeeter, a one-on-one carry matchup where Skeeter has the health advantage, and he's got the ensnare, he's got the illusions, he surrounds the Monkey King, and now Nine comes back into play as well for the +1. Rezo for Staff Skewer on away. They're trying to catch him, but Nine so close to being able to get off that extra imprisonment. But the blink goes first. Ultimately, Tundra walk away the victors.
I mean, honestly, it's not the worst outcome considering that Wukong stun completely whipped on that OD. I thought that fight was going to be way more hard. And you force this OD buyback. So that's a huge deal for Secret here. You're going to lose the Roche, but this Roche was just I don't think it was in the cards at this point in the game anyway. You're going to have to kind of wait out this Naga's timings, go ultra late, abuse buybacks in a 50-minute plus situation here. That is the key to victory for Secret. And right now, Tundra, they're going to have free reign on the map. OD buyback, but he gets the Aegis.
So just to make sure I'm understanding this correctly, you think even though they got Roshan on the side of Tundra, the fact that they were already so far ahead in your head, that team fight was kind of a win for Secret? Just the fact that, as you said,
I mean, I'm not going to call it a win. You know? It doesn't
a draw,
feel good.
maybe?
But just considering how that fight started and how hard it is for Secret to find these initiations, I mean, we see here, Tundra's completely reset, right?
Yeah.
Even on this second go, Rezo just gets insta-hex. These jumps are just very hard. Nisha tries to commit in, but at this point, again, your BKB is gone. You have no backup dispel.
Yeah.
The team fights become near impossible at this point. So the fact you've got an OD buyback out of missing a Wukong stun is pretty good in my book.
Yeah, it's fair enough, and it's all thanks to Resolution being able to hit that RP, and perhaps a little overextension there from 9, but ultimately he had the buyback, was able to use it to secure Roshan, and has the Aegis now for the next 4 minutes.
You were talking about that hammer doing nothing. Something I've just been laughing over in this game is Nine's been running around with this Eye of the Vizier.
Yes, the minus 15% max mana. That's how much value he puts on cast range.
He's just playing for the Astrals. Yeah, I don't need a high mana pool, you know? I'll make it up with the saves, make it up with the dispels. Of course, you get mana from the Astral, so...
I mean, he's probably jealous of Puppy. Puppy's sitting there rocking a psychic headband. He's like, that's the cast range item that OD really wants.
This is the future of Dota, where ODs lower their own mana pool for the dub. I mean, it's also Tundra's game plan for the fights, right? They don't need to burst somebody. They don't need to take some super short-oriented fight. They just need to play it long, get a huge amount of rounds of spells off.
Both the supports getting caught here. It's Puppy who's going to be run down. Looks like the Tusk maybe got away. He did. Well, he almost did. Well, Resolution is going to be found. Uh-oh. Now he's got Skew and he's got Aeon Disc. So let's see how far away he gets here. Is there an opportunity for him to be able to blink away during this Aeon Disc, or no? Hit by the arrow. Oh, he still gets it off. That status resistance lasted just long enough. He bogs him and TP's out. What an escape from Rezo. Twice now, the Aeon Disc that he picked up comes in clutch.
Absolutely clutch. Doing a little tree work as well. Never hurt anybody. Yep. That's a lot of time. And every time Secret buys some time, it means they can get another lane out. Give him some remnant of map control and vision. They're pretty much stuck in the base at this point. Of course, I don't think they have any inclination of fighting this Aegis too much.
No, absolutely not.
And Tundra's caught up in the levels. They've caught up in the items. Skeeter is super far ahead in this game. 30k net worth. Opted for Bloodthorn, Butterfly, and BKB. This is like a man fight build, right?
Yes.
This is a build where he just wants to run in man fight secret cores. You're not going to be able to out right click me. Yeah, that Aeon Disc status
able to get away.
Doing the work.
Backing live, we have the RP that lands onto the Naga side, but he's so damn tanky. They need to be able to 100% him there, but they've got the imprisonment plus the shard. So he's going to be able to walk it off, all thanks to that Roshan pickup. What a Gleipnir, though. Locking out a bunch of heroes. They also got on top of it. Once again, the OD, they're just walking away from this one thanks to that imprisonment save. They jump back over 33, who look to be able to finish off. Puppy has an Aeon Disc, and now the song reset comes in. Tundra, they built up these imprisonments. Nine's in the position. Arrow goes out. BKB from Chrysalis. Takes that one down. Secret on full retreat here. Are they all going to get away from this one? Tundra, do they have anything left? Nisha, he barely got away. Glimpse back, goes around. They have the Lotus Orb to deal with the silence. That part is so hard. I love the Lotus Orb from Puppy, but it's so hard for him to be around this Ember Spirit all the time. Toss away.
Oh, they're good.
Skewer back at the same time. The slight and jump away from Nisha. Saxa thought he had an opportunity to trade his life for a big core, but Nisha's Ember Spirit is just too elusive.
No more tosses for you. Rezo's getting fed up with these tossbacks, man. He is the ultimate displacer in this game. And these fights, they just go long. Gotta save those BKBs. I was surprised Cristal still had his arrow at the end. I thought it was gonna be expelled for sure. Was very patient here from Secret, and of course the tactical retreat. Not losing anybody in all of that?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, even Puppy was on like 10 or 20 HP there to brutally to the back. Managed just to walk it off. Fluffy had. Sometimes the 40-minute Fluffy had comes in pretty handy.
Yeah. Don't take away that hat. Took it straight from Science, probably.
These Astrals are going to be a problem. Like, Puppy's building towards Ags, but of course, OD Astral doesn't care too much about the Ags unless you're catching him in it, right?
Yeah. It's true, which you kind of need. So, ooh, it's a two-man skewer. Do they have any stuns to follow it up? There's the RP right in front of the tier 3 with the static Storm on top of that one. The imprisonments once again. The BKB is going to go out from Skeeter, and he gets the song up. Once again, they find this beautiful initiation, but Skeeter's Naga Siren is too tanky. He doesn't die fast, and we talked about that problem 30 minutes ago. They do not have the ability to burst down heroes, in which case 9 is always able to take his time getting the imprisonment saves.
They just need more damage in order to convert on these finds, because they're finding them. They found the real Naga multiple times now. Like you said, just not enough damage to kill him. There's going to be an astral save. There's going to be a song follow-up. At that point, he just walks it off. Initiation's so difficult. Now you're getting turned on. Bloodthorn going to work here, shredding Zayas.
Definitely no shortage of damage on the Tundra side. You have that Bloodthorn.
I mean, you've got to be able to check the OD on these other initiations or find him. You have to do both things at once, right?
Yeah.
Finding the Naga, finding the Brood, that's great, but if they can just walk it off every time, Tundra's not losing too much on these ghosts. You are heading into very late game territory.
So who are you assigning, like, who has what duty? Do you assign Rezo, like, you just look for any good initiation, and then what, Chrysalis, you try and jump onto the OD, or what's the play here?
I'm not sure, it's not easy. Depends who thinks they have that
nice
damage.
Force Staff! Cuts the king down from his perch here,
Does
but
have BKB if he can get it off.
he does have BKB, but he may not have an opportunity. Imprisonment at the last second. He's got some regen coming in. He's going to survive through this and get off the
Panic as
BKB.
well.
Throws out the stun, a huge heal with the Shade Panic. Now the Wukong's command. The imprisonment once again. The Song of Siren.
Doesn't want to.
He needs to be able to jump out, but they're going to go back into. They find him. He's a tree right there. He's right there. He didn't found him. They hit him. He's not going to be able to jump onto the trees. He's still inside the Wukong's command, but Skeeter doesn't care. He's got his illusions. He's got his whole crew signing up for duty to bring down the Chrysalis Monkey King, and he's dead for 80 seconds. A huge opportunity now for Tundra to perhaps break open that high ground.
No buyback for 150 gold.
Oh, they don't know that, though.
I don't think they have much interest in going high ground. I think they have interest in taking over the map. Getting even more farmer and their supports who are reaping the biggest benefit out of all this. I mean, hell, Snaking's level 20 on this Mirana basically with full Aeon disc. Even these supports are becoming very difficult to kill.
Avalanche, toss, arrow coming in. No.
Just sending the message.
Yeah, just keeping them off. You can't push out these lanes too far. Meanwhile, spiders, illusions, the whole zoo is here to play.
Soxa's building an Aeon disc of his own. Man, I don't know how you kill this Tundra backline. It seems impossible. You pretty much have to find a good core, have to find the skewer RP, lock down Odie with this static storm. Maybe this disruptor Ags is the key to making something happen here.
From Magnus from the bottom.
1 HP, guys. Make sure he dies.
There's a panic.
Reset.
They're healing.
I think he's Zep, guys. I think he's here.
He's alone. They're running.
Nice one.
You can see very calm, clear communication from Tundra. I'm sure they feel very comfortable in this game. I mean, you said it. They felt comfortable like 15 minutes ago. Now with a 19,000 net worth lead and closing in on Secret bit by bit, they are tightening the noose.
They just see everything. What's there not to be comfortable with, right? You know where Secret are at all times. You have control over where the fights take place and how the initiations go for the most part. Secret pretty much are only going to get the jump if they smoke out, plant a ward, and just see everything off it. Now you just get Roshan here. Absolutely no contest in the books if you're Secret.
It's going to be Refresher Shard. Do you think they had a preference there? Aghanims or Refresher Shard?
Honestly, maybe your Refresher here. I mean, you already have like tags on the heroes you wanted, right?
Sure.
Even this Naga has one, so...
In which case now we can drop double Sandy's Eclipse. I mean, we could get 4 imprisonments pretty easily. I mean,
double Hex.
You could hit a 4-man RP on the side of Resolution. It may not do anything if 9's not in it.
It will do absolutely nothing. He'll just drop the double hammer, double Hex. He's going to turn the fight around again, so you have to find the angle. Nice skewer.
Away! Really? It's a long one. Snake King blocked by the kinetic field, actually, but the second one gets around it, and on the side, we're going to see Puppy pay for that kinetic field. Perhaps the spiders look to be able to chase him down, and the hammer gets dropped. 9 turns around, imprisonment, refresh, a second support goes down. Rezo looks to try and blink forward there and get the skewer back. Meanwhile, we see Nisha. He's forced to bomb his BKB, the Bloodthorn. managed to get that one out of him. They've used kind of everything they have on the side of Secret. They're going to have to full out retreat. They may just have to give up a full lane of barracks.
This game is looking rough. There's just not enough damage in the tank. I think even at this point, if you land everything on this Naga and he doesn't Astral, doesn't matter. He still has Aegis. He still has the Butterfly Evasion. Just not cutting through enough of this. You need really deep
Skewers, though. The skewers are always an opportunity. 9 in turn throws out the imprisonments. They cannot seem to be able to lock down these one heroes because 9 is always there to be able to get the save. They have that buyback though on the disruptor. They need to make it worth something here. They get the glimpse back, but again the Astrals, the imprisonments, they keep on going down. And this is still the first life. Saxi with the toss over on Anisha. He doesn't have BKB. He's caught by the side, and now the song wake him back up, and there's the second side. Wait, in the vulnerability over and over again, but he couldn't get away. He does have a buyback. They're going to try and get the die back on the Puppy here. Lotus Orb bouncing back some spells. Another skewer over to the side through the field. They caught 9. They hit him with the stun. The fight there, and he's dead. All important. Finally, the OD is the one that gets caught in the initiation for resolution, gets caught in the trap. And now the rest of Tundra, there is no song. There is no imprisonment.
OD by.
OD coming back. Uh-oh. They cannot afford this Naga Siren to die. He pops him in. It's a nice dodge there on the stun. The arrow coming in. Goes wide. He's focusing on resolution. He does not want to get skewered any longer. The BKB is going to wear out soon. They've gotten on top of 9. Well, it's maybe just the Tuts who's gotten on top of 9. Nisha has the second round of the BKB. There goes the imprisonment. Chrysalis. And they follow up off of this one. Science. Oh, that skewer is off the mark. He blinks away first. And that, without being able to catch 9, so much of their extension here on Secret is being ruined. Again and again, the imprisonment's going down. Nisha throwing out the damage, does manage to jump back to his remnant. If they can reset here, ultimately, they still got a buyback out of 9. There is still a buyback on Skater, but both 9 and 33 use theirs in a losing game. That is a glimmer of hope, Avery.
That is more than a glimmer. That is like best case scenario. You're fighting Aegis. You're fighting so many saves, so many of these skewers on point for resolution. This is the only reason they're still in this game. It's just dragging them insanely far back with the talent, with the Aether Lens. You can get them real deep. And of course, that's a 3-for-3 buyback situation. I don't even think you're too sad if you're Secret out of this scenario.
Yeah. We saw a whole lot of this guy at TI-10, the Magnus. The hands of collapse now.
Channeling
resolution, channeling his fellow countrymen in collapse, trying to show off.
You have to fight these tossbacks as well.
Skewer, man, crazy.
I mean, it's another scenario where your Wukong does absolutely nothing. If anything, Naga's just healing for it. Your Ember's dying to the hexes in the back. Yeah. We do see, though, this OD, if he gets caught, I mean, what a horn toss skewer here. Yeah, they got stuck on the static field, but I guess it just gets overwritten. If you can find that OD and take him out, all of a sudden, Tundra have to rout. Like, their saves go away. A lot of the chip damage and the glimpses and all of this become way more powerful for Secret. But you have to be able to find him, and that is the trick of this game.
Yeah, like, Secret, they may have gotten the buyback out of them, but I feel like they're not going to be able to take advantage of it. I think they're going to be stuck inside their base. There's no way they can go for some crazy all-in. It just comes down to one team fight sort of play. I think Tundra is just going to lock them out. Just wait for the buybacks to come back up.
That's why I said this game is going to go late, because I don't think Secret's giving up their base easy. And they're ready to defend it. At the same time, Tundra's building damage is very poke-oriented. They can't just force the throne in a buyback situation, right? Yeah. That fight does not favor them, especially when you start getting skewered into the fountain. I mean, it's not normal that you're talking about skewering into the fountain for a viable strategy, but at this point, it is something Secret can think about. Like, the ranges on some of these, you have a refresher as well. You can blink RP, skewer, refresh, skewer again, RP in the fountain again.
The prize is mine.
That's one way to help deal with some of these heroes, or separate the fight by such a distance that the Astrals just can't come through.
With that level 20 talent of the Aether Lens. And as you said, the refresher, it's a very real possibility. And if they get the right initiation, maybe they don't even need the fountain anymore, because now they've got an Aghanim Scepter Disruptor. So if you hit 9, he's done so. He gets the Static Storm on top of him, he's not going to be able to do anything to stop it. He'll just melt.
If you hit him, beautiful. Even if you don't, you're doing that to make the OD show.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
9 has to think about when he shows in these fights and how he's doing it. If he commits to try and get the save, he opens himself up. Right. That's when you get chains into a Static Storm, something like that. I mean, remember, this OD has been playing this whole game without BKB, without a huge amount of defensive items. He's even gone Moon Shard. You can't get much more aggressive. You get caught in the Static Storm, you're pretty much done. There is no save to bail you out other than the song. You better pray it's enough.
he actually going to go overwhelming blink?
Why not?
Why not arcane blink?
It's stronger.
That is literally more strength. Yes. Thank you, Avery. Snowball in. Zayat's being pulled into a nasty scenario where he'll just be avalanche. Now, Chrysalis is out. Oh, look at that. Zoxa immediately tried to pounce on the Monkey King to get him off the tree. Still caught him in the end. Is he going to be able to get off of BKB? They've got the Lotus Orb to be able to help him out. He pops BKB now, turns Static Storm. There's no real Naga Siren there. They've also caught Puppey on the side. So the two supports will die. Neither one have a buyback in Skeeter. Whew. Zoxa almost catching the Monkey King again. Chrysalis barely managed to jump away.
And these retreats from Secret have been on point this game. These are not easy scenarios to get out of, and they have done the correct job at bailing on a lot of these situations. Because messy fights like that, there's absolutely no way you're taking that type of engagement. So you need to get your cores out. You need to get them well. I even feel like sometimes Puppey's just running in to try and take some of the spells.
Yeah.
Get his cores out of that situation. As long as all three Secret cores are alive, they can take a base defense fight.
Look at this. They last showed on the bottom side of the map, so they smoke over to the top side. See if they can get a pick here on maybe an Ember Spirit or Magnus out of position. Failing that, okay. We don't find that opening.
No BKB on this Monkey. Skeeter, he's up the Bloodthorn.
Oh, there it is. Instant sides being used as he blinks in. Aeon Disc gets just wiped out. The Nullifier completely disrupts that one. They do have a buyback onto Rezo. They're probably going to have to wait out the supports, though. We're almost up here.
Do you want to fight
Chrysalis, you got to be careful. He's BKB. He's still not back up. They're going to go for the buyback now. The Magnus needs to be able to bail him out, but there goes the song. Perfect timing. Can they get out of the glimpse range, though? Puppey is going to be able to force that one. The man to dodge or the imprisonment. Oh, he got the dodge out. Nice illusion dodge there. And the arrow. Now the jammer's being dropped. Almost finishing off the Monkey. He turns around. Spots Satanic. Gets a little bit of heal. Not very much, though. Secret, they got to get back to the fountain.
Any more glimpses?
No more glimpses, apparently.
No, he needs to heal. Oh, Zayats, he got songed on the blink in punch. That might be a very different fight if that happens. And of course, some sick Manta dodges from Skeeter this game.
Yeah, very well played by Tundra. Nice reset by them. I mean, they are just playing this like Secret. They're holding on by a thread, and they're playing really well to keep this game still going on. But Tundra, very disciplined. They keep on poking at him and getting a little bit more resources out of him, a bit more. And they're saying, this is fine. We love this game state. You're losing range barracks, you're losing melee barracks.
You're losing Magnus buyback?
Yeah, Magnus buyback. Like, you will eventually run out of resources. We are going to drain you dry. And even if that doesn't happen, they still have full control of Roshans. They can still infinitely farm.
I mean, they just keep sending the Broodlings in, too. You just watch these mini-maps. It's just dots of every color going into Secret space, pushing the waves in. It's a very tough spot to be in.
Yeah, even if you did ever push out the lanes a little bit and 5-man smoked out, like, it would be so obvious because the illusions and the spiders are always inside the Secret space.
I mean, this game has gone on that OD buyback is up. So that's 6 or 7 minute window that Secret had to maybe abuse that. Just no way to capitalize on it. Instead, they had a quick smoke bottom
and break.
They actually chained him there.
They actually do find the OD. Moonlight Shadow goes out, and it almost seems like Secret is just making a break for trying to kill as many creeps as possible and get back to base in time.
Lincoln Lanisha is going to help him a lot this game. Not get Hex, not get Astral. Able to come in the fight.
So many spells at the same time.
There's a lot.
So the Bloodthorns, the Sight Devices, the Imprisonments.
And we saw like the Nullifier, right? The Nullifier is a big one because now those Aeon Discs, it's not helping you on the mag. You're going to purge a lot of this stuff off. It just becomes even more obnoxious to jump. I mean, Soxa's got a full Octarine core. These Tundra supports are so farmed and they are so annoying.
And who's going to take the Aghanim Scepter? Going to be the Broodmother. So now, talking about the spiders being in the base, and now you're going to have these spinner snares just sitting all around. If you ever try and step out of the base, there's probably going to be like 10 spinner snares you're going to be running into.
I'm starting to feel like we're at the point where they need 5 or 6 Lincolnses for the mag. You know, are we at that point again? Somebody help this man get the skewers off.
They kind of do. They kind of need just that.
Or PKB here, but he's just so far from it.
Setting up, Saksa finds the initiation. Two-man avalanche with a toss back as well. They do manage to get a skewer back into the tier 4s. So as long as nobody dies on the side of Secret, it's going to be okay for them. They did use the BKB, and Saksa was walking off with the Aeon Disc, the forest staff away. Now the Song of Siren allowing him to get out. So he forced a BKB. I think Chrysalis used his.
How do you kill any of these heroes?
I don't know.
If you're not killing him in that scenario, I mean, you need Nullifier. You just need it. They need it now.
Oh, didn't quite get it. The skewer almost going off the Nullifier. He's going to make that Aeon Disc useless. Oh, he dies. Nine finish him off. There's going to be a dieback. Now it's going to be a 4 versus 5. We were Chrysalis in a good position, though. And my goodness. Nine just exploded. And 33. That's the Squash Spider as well. They do up buybacks, though. Secret got to be careful as they push out, but they really want to be able to force more. They want to be able to stop these supports. There goes the buyback. The Bloodthorn Snare onto the Ember Spear. They need to help him out. But here comes Nine. They've got the sight. The imprisonment going down. This is maybe the last stand from Secret. It's all up to Chrysalis and Nisha to be able to fight through. Skater, he's going to fall once. Nine, a dieback on him. May just change the game for Secret, but Chrysalis, he's not sure if he can go for it. They're going to stick on a Skater instead. Saksa comes in, lays down a combo. Almost enough to finish off the Monkey Gate. He does die. He goes down.
Nisha
the one-on-one against Nisha. Now Sneaking joins in the fray. He jumps forward. Nisha, he must get this kill. He needs it so badly. Another round of Slight. The chain, not quite in the mark, but the double Slight gets him before he dies. He finishes off Nine. He gives Secret a small chance. Tundra are gonna go high ground with 4. Just the 2 possible for a hold here from Secret. It's gonna have to be some sort of crazy tier 4 defense, all up to Chrysalis and Puppey.
This is one BKB. That's it in the tank. The Puppey buyback. Static Storm in 30. He's getting Snare, getting Illusion. I don't think the Monkey King's stopping this, but he has one last Wukong in the tank.
The most veteran TI captain in Dota history, and the newest kid to the block, Chrysalis,
himself for
holding against 4 of Tundra. The tier 4s are down. The throat is exposed. They got to get in there soon. He pops the BKB. He starts charging at Tundra, but they just keep their distance. He's going to blow the Wukong's command. He tries to hold. He needs 15 seconds. Chrysalis, can he hold 15 seconds for the Magnus to come back and start getting those skewers?
How long is this Wukong? He's praying for it to be as long as possible.
It needs to be a little bit longer, but he's getting tossed out of it. And now Tundra, they pounce a second round, a refresh, a double stun, the Static Storm. They're trying to hold. They're trying to get out of the Static Storm. But are they going to be able to hold this one? The Mantle away, the Song of Siren out. Force staff, TP out, and Secret hold. Chrysalis and Puppey, they managed to hold somehow, some way. This game will continue.
The refresher on the Monkey. We said that Wukong has to last longer. Well, 2 of them.
Two of them was
the
enough
way to do it. Tundra just didn't want to commit for that throne, choosing to send everything else at it except the core heroes in. At the end of that fight, Skeeter says, I'm out of here, man. I am not going to push the luck and force the buyback.
And you don't get another chance after that one.
Divine Rapier, baby.
It's time to go all in. A Divine Rapier for Chrysalis is the only real way this could end.
I mean, a beautiful setup here from the Boundless in a 2-man Static Storm static field. That's the only way you're killing these heroes, or at least threatening them. So like we said, it was only Crystallis and Puppey. That's all you need sometimes.
That's true.
Now they're looking for more, trying to abuse the window they have. Remember, no buyback here on this Brood for 70. No buyback on this OD if he gets found. Crystallis just running it down
tries
mid.
to sneak it. Saksa, he tried to kill a creep wave. He really does not want to let this opportunity for Secret to go high ground while there's still 60 seconds for 33.
I mean, this is 50 seconds, no Brood. Divine Rapier up on Monkey. No buybacks for Secret. They need this throne, and they need to race it. Tundra pushing it bottom.
Nisha, if he could just even hold these heroes here while the rest of the team pushes down that mid lane, but they're actually going to come back.
But Secret want to take the fight. They do not want to end up in a throne race.
Get a glimpse, get a glimpse. Oh, Puppey.
So much time cost here. But of course, you have an exposed throne on half HP. No glyph. Secret just have no choice in that scenario. Have to come back and play the defensive position. You have to imagine if they'd gotten to Tundra's base in that interval.
Oh, yeah. What is this?
Now, this is absolutely next level.
What did I say? Nerdy and dirty? That's the only way to play it right there, Tundra. That is nerdy and birdie to the best of degree. Pulling the creep wave with his courier, and he keeps it alive, too. Goddamn brilliant, Tundra.
He didn't have anything else on the map he could have done that with. With all the gunk on the map. Even the couriers making it hard for Secret to get these lanes out.
It is beautiful stuff.
Just when you thought you had to fight everything, they throw a little bit more your way.
Yep.
That said, Secret, they are smoking up mid. Remember, no buyback on OD Brood. Divine Monkey might just 1 or 2 shot some heroes here. Refresher coming up in 15.
Oh man, a double
a good
boundless
angle.
strike would actually just
Good
one-shot
ward.
some heroes.
Glimpse on the
back,
Brood.
first thing, fine, 33. Instantly, the RP goes down to 2. 9 with the save though. 9, 8 being chased down by the snowball. Gets a 4-step away from Sox and he locks down the 2 supports and bam! There they go. There goes one hammer. 9 setting up for a little bit more. Gets the reset up the song. So now with just the cores alive,
They are trying to get
they can
out.
keep their distance and maybe get out fully. Soxa,
No
maybe not
buyback
so
on
lucky.
Tiny.
That is going to be very bad if he dies here. Another hero with no buyback. Again, Secret, they have been down and out this entire game. Anything that resembles parity in this game has got to be a win for Secret. They are just like stuck inside their base for like 90% of the game. And now we've gone to a point where we're kind of even and there's 60-minute items. Secret can actually get out on the map and pick up these 60-minute items, which are a game changer.
Apex for snaking here. Tundra is definitely going to do some farming and choose who to give it to. Still, you have 100 seconds, no Tiny, 50, no Brood. Secret can get lanes out. Remember, they're not mega in this game. They still have bottom barracks. They can push it out pretty fast between Monkey and Ember. I think you try and find something here. I don't think you're just complacent with trading neutral items and letting this Tiny Brood respawn for free. That said, it's obviously easier said than done when you have so much trash just pushing in your lanes.
Yep, that's exactly what Quinn called it on the panel, right? You've got these spiders running at you, these illusions constantly. You have to have a way to be able to deal with it. Secret's idea was the empowered triple melee lineup. And it's still not enough.
I mean, I'm amazed at how much they found in these late game fights. The discipline and the
that is a
target
huge pick up.
prioritization.
The mirror shield, I almost want to see that on the Ember Spirit, so
Yeah,
that way
you
can dive in a
reflect
little
the
bit
spell,
deeper.
reflect an OD spell here. Might just win you the fight.
Yeah. You know what I love is that Tundra, is that they got the Pirates hat. So as if, you know, like they already have a 38,000 net worth lead, but let's go ahead and give them a little bit of extra booster. It's actually, they actually got it on the side of Secret now too, so they can both be digging up bounty runes nonstop. Shuffling items around. I don't think is there really anybody who wants that, oh yeah, they got a Tiny, Giant's Ring Tiny.
How does Tundra always end up with a Giant's Ring? I feel like I've seen Skeeter end up with a Giant's Ring so much.
Yeah.
I doubt he's going to take it on Naga this game, but these guys just always get it. Of course, we're going to wait for the Tiny respawn just to see how big this Tiny gets. Everybody.
Can we see a BKB Tiny with Giant's Ring?
The most un-tiny of all time.
Secret still need 2 more.
Oh my lord, he's a big boy.
Show him. Good God! Now that's a hero! Mamma mia!
Is that a hero? Is he bigger than Roche?
He's coming for you! Where's Roshan?
Put him in the
The
pit.
ultimate rock monster face-off.
Put him in the pit. Put Roshan in Tundra's bait. We'll swap him out here. I mean, that is a visual monstrosity.
They have been inside their base so long, by the way, they haven't finished up their tier 5 items because tier 4s are also dropping for the side of Secret.
Got to farm through them. I mean,
Yeah, they still have 1 tier 4 and 1 tier 5 left.
pretty much all you've got is Fallen Sky on this Tusk. You've got that Mirror Shield. They're going to give it to Nisha, so he has Lincoln's plus that. Trying to keep this Ember alive as much as possible. He got the Refresher, too. Almost level 30. These late game team fights are not as straightforward as they used to be 20 minutes ago. Like, there is a lot of gas in the tank for Secret now because of these Refresher Orbs coming out. Yep. Multiple Wukongs, multiple stuns, multiple DKBs, multiple ults. This is going to come down to buybacks and how much Tundra presses their advantage with the Roshans, which they're still probably going to get him, but how much does an extra Ags do for Tundra here? Not a lot. How much does an extra Refresher Shard do? Not a lot, right?
Yeah, that's true. If you're just now joining us, we're 63 minutes into game 1 of the upper bracket final here, Secret versus Tundra. If you're wondering what all this craziness is going on in your screen, it's a lot of tier 5 items going into play. It's Secret who have been pretty much, it felt like they were kind of in that like 5% win chance for the last like 30 minutes, but they've held on.
10
Just
to
through sheer
5%.
perseverance. What, you think that was generous? There it
Very
is.
generous.
Soxa.
He is actually bigger. glorious. I'm just basking in the beauty of
Now
this
he's
guy
got
right now.
tree volley too. Does that increases? Tree is huge. I feel like he's gonna throw that and knock out the Ancient just with one punch.
I have nothing to say. I'm just admiring the beauty of watching this walk around. I don't think I've ever seen such a girthy specimen in my life, Cap. That is the beauty of Dota.
So Secret have been holding on just ever so barely, and quite literally probably one of the smallest little threads you could possibly hope for. Tundra have been fully disciplined this entire time. Like, while Secret have been holding on, Tundra have not overextended, as they've seen many teams do here at this TI.
They're looking for the toss back.
They have been looking for openings and patiently letting those openings play out. Somebody walks into that spinner snare, great.
Foul
We can get the
puppy.
toss back, and oh Lord, he is coming. Here comes Saksa. Giants ring Saksa, trying to find the opening here. The Wukong's man is gonna go up. They do have the imprisonment. The Dark Shadow is the tiny moving out of that Wukong's man. Thanks to that imprisonment, Astral save once again from 9. They do have the Scythe, keeping that Ember Spirit.
monkey.
Force staff him out. That's the nullifier.
got
Oh,
arrowed.
he got hit by an arrow. Puppy down. One pick off, tree volley being used, caught, and forced to use the BKB. 2 small wins there for Tundra. A BKB down on Chrysalis and a buyback out of the Disruptor. This is what we're talking about. Tundra has just been so good at being able to just see small opportunities like this arrow. Saksa looking for an opening. Doesn't go for the toss back, instead the imprisonment. Magnus getting caught as he tried to jump in. Also nullified as well.
Nisha's in the
Tree
back.
volley's coming in. Resolution needs to be able to get outside. He's managed to get the kick back on his Snake King and snowballs his way out of there. Chrysalis sees an opportunity, hits him with a Boundless Strike, and the Static Storm will finish him off. 9 is almost dead. Nisha's been messing around with him, but at the same time, Tusk falls. Nisha all in and trying to chase down this OD.
Trying
The
to
last
find
red link to the
Nine.
BKB. He
Yes,
couldn't fight him. TP out. The BKB expires. He gets caught. Sox up to finish him off with the help of 9.
This OD just way too elusive on the back end. So much help as well. And that was a refresher for this Ember. He's going to have to expend buyback here, but he is not going to have that up, which means no BKB for the full duration.
Buyback 1, buyback 2. Skewer away. Pulled out, but at the same time, a dieback on the Disruptor. Chrysalis jumps in, immediately in prison. He's not going to get off the Wukong's command. He hopes for it, and he doesn't have the BKB either. Starts fighting up against Skeeter. Trying to hold him. Oh, what a kickback! Right in front of the Monkey King. What a beautiful kick!
Buybacks here. OD coming back in.
With the
Tundra.
song, setting things up. They
Yeah,
have
all
the
5.
imprisonments ready to go. They're going to focus on this Tusk first. They know this repositioning is so damn bad for them.
The time
An
is
Avalanche
in.
on a 3. And the hammers come in, finishing off the Ember Spirit. A 2 buyback. They are all in on being able to hit either the best RP of your life,
That's a
Renzo.
pretty good
No! It's denied by the imprisonment. He tries to go for the
Astrals, man.
Boundless Strike. He gets the skewer back now, but coming back into play, Chris is
The
not
hacks.
going to be able to do anything. Immediately silenced it. That is it. Tundra, they will take this game 1.
Dude, for when this Pango runs in, like, he can't just roll and have a free game, you know? Like, once his roll ends, like, he's going to get focused on it, blown up with the TB right clicks. Like, that matchup can be very two-sided.
Yeah, there's a lot that can jump this terribly and make his game hard, and there's not a lot that protects him. I feel like last game we had all of those saves, all of those fight resets coming out. This game is different, right? Which is a big deal when you have high committal lineups. Last game was a pretty high committal lineup for them. They have a lot of big ults. They have to drop them. Once they're dropped, if it gets reset, there's not a second round until, 70 minutes when you have refreshers, of course.
Yeah.
But, this game, it's a similar story to some degree, right? You have this global, you have this Donald, you have the Pangolier ult. Once these spells get committed, you are locked into that fight. So you need to be making sure you're getting a big kill out of them. And yeah, no saves, a lot less gunk on the map. That's why I'm saying, like, this Tundra draft, it's very much up their alley. And this team has been arguably the most dominant team at this tournament.
Yes.
So if there's a time you can make the god bleed,
30 seconds
I feel like this is
to
it.
battle.
12 wins in a row for Tundra now. They have been hot, hot, hot. Coming off the group stage, going into playoffs. And now they are just 1 win away from a grand final appearance. Absolutely amazing, especially for, we talked about the matchup. Let's just talk about the captains versus captains. We've got 11-time TI attending, just absolutely the GOAT
The
of
battle
captains,
begins.
Puppy, versus Snakey. First time at TI as a captain. He's been here before, but this time around, he's the one calling the shots, right, Avery?
It's a different story entirely. He has always been a pseudo-captain on every team he's been on. This guy talks a lot, and he talks often, so it's a familiar role for him. But yeah, the pressure's on, and they're handling it magnificently, right? One game away from that grand final. You're already pretty happy, almost regardless of that outcome. Already a pretty good start as well. Getting some trades out. Well, Snaking, he's not going to be happy about having a TB on Maiden. It's like the worst 5 to have the TB to lane on. You have your mana pool. Pushes them down to triple mango. Lost them in, so... Secret, any little start they can get off these lanes is nice. And like I was talking about, they did end up putting the Nyx down here, swapping that silencer up towards the Crystal Bait. So trying to take advantage of this Dawnbreaker silencer lane. You sacrifice a little by putting Nyx down here, but honestly, he wasn't going to do a lot top.
Sure.
And you know, this Tundra off lane, they pull waves a lot. So if you're going to throw something in a random lane and hope to get out of it, it's probably this lane to some degree. The pull action already on time and on point.
Yep. And I almost wonder, like, Secrets, they could have been doing some of their own pulling. Meta was popped early by Skeeter, but now it's down. They're immediately going to start getting a bit aggressive, missing out on that last hit, though. It's an interesting matchup. Nisha versus 9, Pango versus Primal Beast. I think we actually saw this maybe a couple times in the group stage or something. And it's a matchup that both of them are just going to be kind of bleeding each other constantly. Particularly the Pango, anytime he puts damage on the Primal Beast, he starts getting those stacks up.
I mean, Primal Beast is the alpha dinosaur in this game, so I favor him a little bit.
Yeah.
He can dominate with the, you know, the uproar stacks and that type of deal with the trade. But obviously Pango shouldn't really die in this lane unless you're super aggressive. I mean, it kind of takes me back to that Spear Breaker Primal Beast lane.
Yeah.
Where it's like if you charge and your charge is on cooldown, and he runs you down, right?
Yep.
But Pango does have multiple spells to at least cause a little bit of a gap.
And then when the Primal Beast wants to make some of those early rotations, I mean, we saw even starting the Last Chance qualifier, the way Thompson would move around pre-level 6 to some of these side lanes. Look for that Pango, who is a little bit more reliant on hitting his ultimate, but he's just a great counter initiator, right? I mean, was it Fly who said he just constantly is going to try and follow the Primal Beast in the Visage wherever they try and put pressure on the map?
Yeah, you just need to check 9 in this game. Just don't give him like some free rune into a bottom rotation that breaks the Drow lane. Yeah. That's the lane Secret really want to think about. Like, the Primal Beast going top for a Terrorblade, who really cares? It doesn't progress the game for Tundra.
Sure.
Primal Beast going bottom, killing your Drow, breaking this lane open, giving Visage extra levels to get the 6, that will break this game open. So that is the one big move Secret need to think about. And if they can make this bottom lane go a bit better for them, it's also going to help that. Nice damage coming out. God, Visage hurts, man.
Yeah, he certainly does. These little clashes back and forth. You see a bunch of 100% win rates on some of these heroes. The Primal Beast for 9. Now also Zayat's on the Nyx Assassin, also 100%.
Nisha going for a little bounty rune steal. 9 says no, sir. I am the beast.
You may be mobile, but you're not going to go farther than that onslaught can take the Primal Beast.
Puppy getting chased off lane a little bit. Second meta pop top.
There's another one. Puppy even on the silence.
I mean, 9 is dominating the lane in terms of the resource advantage, right? And that's why, like, if he ever forces Pango to base, suddenly the map opens up for him a lot too. Yeah. Level 5 to 6 timings just become crazy strong.
He's dominating the resources, but not so much the CS.
Nope.
Nisha doing very well in that regard, 19-3. There's a few more creeps available. Zion's getting caught inside the cogs. 33, throws out the big nuke. Spike Carapace is already burned through, so Zion's is going to be run down underneath the trees. The battery sold the last couple of ticks. Not quite enough, and 33 couldn't get the final shot off either.
Damn.
So, the first blood still available for the taking.
Oh, he was gone for sure there, but just enough stick charges, holds it to the last minute, bogs him up as well. I mean, that's a huge play on this lane. Like, he gets the trade off for his Drought. Now they can turn around as well. Both side lanes.
Well, there's an opportunity. Resolution swinging through Snake and getting that kill, and 33 almost dying on the other side of the map as well. So once again, the side lane's not doing too badly for Secret, though they certainly are not... Actually, it's not doing too bad. I mean, 33 sitting at 12-5. Maybe not quite the same as the way they shut out that Rude Mother, but it did seem to come up with good ideas on how to deal with 33's heroes in lane.
I mean, I think this lane is going to get better for Secret in a way. Like, the early level 1 through 3 is where this Vision shines in terms of getting you with all-in kill.
Sure.
It didn't get that, which means Crystallis gets to, you know, just pull up the extra items. He doesn't have to spend as much on regen. He doesn't have to
trying to go for the deny. Pops a Fairy Fire last second. Snakies. He held on to the Crystal Nova. Now they do have Soxa. The arrows flying through. Fell a little shy, though. Once again, the support's walking out of this bottom lane. Just a sliver of HP. Meanwhile, Nisha and 9, they have indeed been clashing quite a bit, both of them going down to about a quarter of their HP. But Nisha he gets a bottle refill, whereas 9 doesn't have that same privilege.
Yeah, so 9 actually ends up being the one forced to base here, and Puppy will spend his death wisely, refill that bottle. I mean, he was kind of playing off the lane a lot top, just choosing to drag some creeps. Skeeter was doing an amazing job of keeping the illusion on him, which was super annoying and resulted in the kill. The benefit for Secret is this Dawnbreaker is going to have a pretty fast 6. Like, he's already level 5, and speaking of ultimates,
Nisha does have his ultimate, but 9, he timed it perfectly. He was level 5 in like 3/4, but he knew as he cleaved through those creeps, he's going to get his level 6, and he gets the kill. A huge
nice
one on
illusion.
Nisha. That is twice now he's managed to pull that off.
Yeah, this guy is just piecing it up on the lane, taking it straight to him.
Radiant's middle tower is under
You are going to
attack.
have this rolling thunder when you come up, but I don't know if there's a huge amount he can do with it in terms of moving. And Tundra's already moving this beast bottom, so if this Pango TP's back mid, you lose your counterplay ability, which is exactly what's going to happen. 9 just reading.
Comes the
that
charge.
perfect.
Chrysalis can't get out of the way fast enough. Doesn't have the silence, so no forced movement to try and stop this primal beast.
And this is the 5-minute catapult still alive bottom for them as well. Again, Pango has to TP mid because of that kill. This tower can just take a huge amount of damage here. 9 might choose to stay around a little. He's going to go back towards mid for XP. But this
Underneath
Visage-
his own tower here, Nisha not wasting any time, couldn't get off the freeze there. And so with this rollout, should be able to easily collect the kill on Skeeter. So trading out the carries this time, at least when it comes to the top lane, staking is going to be the +1. And, well, +2 for Puppy. Thanks to the intelligence seal. Crystal Baby, you talked about her mana problems earlier.
Yeah. Gonna face the same difficulty. Gotta get them mantles up.
Yeah,
Any little extra
seriously.
bit. I mean, this move was super nice from Nisha. I think this move actually converted a lot more for Secret than the early Primal Beast just because that Visage wasn't 6.
Yeah.
That move will get the Visage to 6, but this move just ends up in a dead tier 1 here. Terrorblade has to go jungle. Will plant his own obs. Nice from Skeeter. And meanwhile, Zayat's getting XP on mid, so a decent sequence here from Secret to strike back. Crystallis gets to stay bottom. He's not getting forced out just yet, though now with Visage 6, he'll probably make the rotation. Of course, the tier 1 dying top means he has more space to operate in. So now when he gets kicked out, he actually has somewhere to go. So that move is super valuable for Secret in terms of how they're going to play the map here.
Do they have anybody who can continue to hold that tower against the Visage, or is this just long lost? Does Secret just not even look to the bottom part of the map anymore?
I mean, you do have Dawnbreaker, all right? You can throw this Solar Guardian in on some random hero down there. It's just, I don't think it's going to be enough damage to kill the Visage, and then you're stuck down here battling the birds with heroes that don't really want to battle them just yet. Maybe that's like Nisha's duty this game. When he feels strong enough to combat this Visage, fight through with the swashbuckles, with whatever item he wants to go, I think it's when Secret really want to take the skirmishes. They can defend it with him, though, because you have that Solar Guardian backup. Like, if Nisha wants to stand on here and stall this push, it's very viable.
So it's just a question of whether or not Secret feels like the risk is worth the potential reward of stalling out 33 any longer, or if they're going to get drug into a fight against the Visage that they're not ready for. It seems like they have made the call. Nisha's going to be hanging around this bottom lane, so it's a possibility still.
I mean, I think it's fine to send him down here. Like, he'll still farm a decent amount.
Sure.
You're going to stall this Visage up a little. At the same time, if you get XP on one of your supports mid, remember, these 2 Secret supports, it's a pretty slow and greedy support duo.
Yes.
Silencer Nicks need a lot of levels on these guys, and ideally some basic items too.
Hello, Saksa. Didn't actually punish him there at all. Zayat's not ready to go with the Impale.
Oh, double damage Primal Beast.
That is scary, but Resolution, he's pretty tanky. They're gonna follow him here. Can he get the hammer away? No, he's definitely gonna be stuck here in this position. They managed to dodge the hammer stun, but there is gonna be Nisha rolling through. Onslaught over to the side here. 9 trying to get out. He does not want to fight into the Pango, but Nisha has hunted him down. They're gonna keep him chain stunned up against the wall. A 4th kill for Team Secret.
And 4th intelligence for Puppy. Every little mana pool adds up, and especially versus a hero who's pretty small to begin with, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So nice counter kill from Secret. Again, Nisha just reading the map. If this Primal Beast is going to play aggressive, he can turn those around. He'll always kill him on the return. That area is just so deep for Tundra, right? Like, it's part of the map. The tier 1's still there. Secret can instantly respond. The trade will be that tower bottom. The downside of Pango, he can't be everywhere in this game, right?
Yep.
But I think he's had a fantastic early game. And I think Nisha, he's done enough to propel him into a pretty solid mid game here. Will go that Diffusal Blade. Now you have that deadly combination of, you know, stealing some intelligence.
That's true.
Burning your mana at the same time. BKB costs mana now, Cap.
Yeah, I mean, that arcane ring is going to be pretty important, I feel like, for Snaking. Just to keep that mana pool of both himself and others nice and high. Giants with the first move here of the Vendetta.
You have the Nyx mana burn too later.
Oh, that's true.
Mana burn synergy.
Where is he headed to? I don't think he really has the power to do anything about the Visage. He can hit him and impale him, and they can follow up with the Dawnbreaker, but
No, he wants to find Terrorblade in one of these jungles or just a free support kill. You do have the Donald that can come in on any of these Vendettas.
yeah.
He's just walking over Sentry Ob, and Tundra doing a nice job of warding up the map, keeping the vision. They have very good observer wards up at the moment. Pretty much seeing everything they want to see here.
Yeah, seriously, 4 different wards. This one's super deep in the mid lane. They've got a defensive one. They've got 2 up top as well.
I mean, just beautiful
Spotted the
vision in
Nyx.
this game overall. Like, even the secret ward's super nice.
Oh yeah, they've got a nice little triangle surrounding that straight up triangle. Tundra is actually clearing through ancient stacks, which apparently there was a number of them there. So drops the freezing field. 9 will help with the trample.
Taking a page out of Puppy's book there. Do a little position farming.
Dire's top
farm,
tower
never heard
is
of
under
5.
attack.
You guys should take that up in your pubs.
Oh, please don't. How are the levels looking for secrets? That's a big question. Because this Nyx got a lot of levels, but Puppy is still level 5. He is suffering. This global silence is pretty much nowhere near to coming out. Trying to get some Vendetta hit.
Ooh, didn't even go for the Vendetta hit. They may run out of damage as a result. The hookshot comes in from the side, stopping the Rolling Thunder.
Dire's
But even then, I mean, the Primal Beast just looked way too tanky there.
I feel if anything, they were just baiting out some reaction. I mean, they got this Visage teleport, they got a hookshot. All right, back the farming, right? Remember, this is a Drow lineup for Secret. Like, traditionally, Drow lineups, you're aiming for some pretty later timings, right? This is not a hero that, I mean, this hero can join the fights early and be super happy to clean him up, but she's also pretty happy to just keep farming ancient stacks, getting the levels. Every level in this hero counts for a lot in terms of how her ult works,
So much of Drow's impact, though, going into that later game is whether or not she's able to just freely hit people without, you know, stuff being in the way and negating that ultimate of hers. Do you think that's why? I mean, we have Primal Beast, we have Clockwork. There does seem to be a decent number of heroes to get on top of this Drow range, or is that not enough in your mind?
Yes, Solar Guardian Global Nyx to bail him out. Here's the first connect with that chain stun.
Yeah, they're going to use this nicely. Nisha said, okay, you guys take 33. I trusted you got it. I'm actually going to go for the +1 here. Snaking showed himself, and Resolution with the hammer will claim the double.
Bittersweet sunset for you.
Very nice double kill for them. This is the type of tempo I think Secret wants to play. Just finding the kills when their ults are up every 70, 80 seconds or so. Connect with a Vendetta, connect with a Rolling Thunder, back to farming. Crystallis gets to clear triangle, he gets to clear top wave. Puppy finally trying to get to his level 6 up here, inching towards it with every CS, so Secret pretty much getting what they want on all their heroes during this time, and every time Visage dies, you're also extremely happy because it sets down the tempo on the map, right? Yeah. Now all of a sudden, the 100 doesn't have this Gladys, they don't have this Wraith Pack that they're getting to that's going to exist in the space and be occupying your mindset. And we saw Snaking. He went Arcane Boots, man. This guy's also thinking about it. I'm telling you, he does not want to run out of mana this game.
No. Go for a Force Staff next, which is certainly going to help out a lot against, I mean, they have so much where the Rolling Thunder on in with the Dawnbreaker ultimate on top of that. They want to be able to get people out of these AoE stuck situations where they're chain stunned.
Yeah, Tundra almost always buy double Force Staff. It is 90% of their games. They like to be able to reset fights, save people. I mean, the Arcane Boots is another form of save this game, right? If you Arcane Boots your Terrorblade, Arcane Boots your Primal Beast, you might get Sunder off, you might get that Onslaught off. All of a sudden, that counts as a reset. The Tundra always thinks about these itemizations in terms of how they can prolong the fight for their cores and just get multiple rounds of spells off. That's where their lineup shine.
What do you make of the Veil, though? Soxa has that Force Staff. He's definitely going the double, but he also has the Veil queued up.
I mean, if there's one team that's going to buy Veil, the AUI team. I mean, this guy's been buying Veil for almost a decade here. This item is efficient. Like, you get the mana regen, you get some aura. It produces a significant amount of damage increase in the early fights. The question I always have with this item is if you don't get the early fights, does it feel that good going into the later game, especially versus BKB cores or cores that jump you on the backline, right? Because it isn't as much survivability, it isn't as much tankability in those later durations. So to me, this tells me, again, Tundra want to hit a like 20 to 25 minute timing here where the spell damage is just going to be too much for Secret to deal with.
It is kind of interesting, though, because they're matched up against 2 cores that can go Magic Immune.
Yes.
You know, we're going to have that Dawnbreaker. Zayas found the opening. The Rolling Thunder is on top of it. The chain's done. Here it is. No opportunity for a Sunder. Now they back up through, but the hook shot is on in from Soxa.
Now Puppey.
The rest of the team of Secret is going to come through. They managed to get off the global ever so barely. And look at Chrysalis. He's just standing and delivering on that high ground. Now they come back in with Nisha from behind. They almost claimed the kill on a Snake King, but now he's been grabbed by the Primal Beast. He needs to jump away. The Swashbuckle gets him a little bit of distance, burning through the mana of 9. He's got a lot of stick charges. Nisha actually, with the haste rune, is running around. He spotted Snake King. Hey, look at him. You're not getting away from this one. He knew it too, even with the high 5 taunting Snake King into his death. 33 chase downs, done into 1, and now they've got Chrysalis to clean up the kill. Just like you want any Drow Ranger to go, everybody else is engaging, and the Drow Ranger is sitting in the back, throwing out the physical damage and collecting in the kills.
Echo Saber timing for Rezo doing a lot of work there as well, and that's a huge amount of levels for this Secret lineup that uses them amazing. Of course, Haste Rune on Nisha. He is just doing the best Pango dance of his life, cleaning up the back of the fight. Gets a huge shield crash off as well, just tanking so much up. And all that was started with this Terrorblade pick, right? This is the exact target they want to find with this Solar Guardian Nyx Vendetta combo. It's going to be deadly for Skeeter all game. It'll bypass the vision that was such an issue for Secret last time. Nyx doesn't care if you have wards. He doesn't care if you have the Terrorblade illusions because you cannot sentry everywhere. That's going to give him a window to start a lot of these engagements with the core down, and just beautiful teamfight execution here. Again, the Carapace messing with these heroes, the mana burn in these early fights, doing a decent amount of work, and Nisha just playing with him, man. Put the high 5 up at the end. See you later.
Yeah, he's feeling himself even after Game 1 loss. Nisha showing that he does not lack in confidence on the main stage here. I want to point out the fact the Wraith Pact was alive that entire fight. That cannot feel good for Tundra that they recently picked up this item. If they used it to the full extent of its abilities and they still lost.
It's very true.
Zayas, you gotta be careful. Oh, 33 drops the familiars first.
Narrowly escapes that vision. He was really close to just dying there. He has full wand, but that was a bold move.
Tower is under attack.
Very bold indeed. Maybe just about as bold as 9, who was thinking about Puppey showed, maybe diving in and trying to get a quick kill and get out.
It's pretty hard to out-farm this Tundra team, but I do feel like Secret, they have a decent advantage right now in terms of the actual 5-on-5. Outside of that Wraith Pack, they have their Diffusal, they have their Echo Saber. Solar Guardian's pretty powerful for giving you the numbers advantage. This Visage, he's top. You know, if you find an opportunity to get a 5-on-4, a 3-on-2, some of these number fights with the Vendetta global ability, Secret's going to take those every time because they have global to back it up as well. Maybe part of this veil on the clock is also Soxa just trying to find Puppey in this game. That is his MO.
Yeah.
Find the silencer, hook him. If you veil him, maybe it gives you the extra damage to just kill him faster or solo kill him even.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. Especially 9's going to follow up. He onslaughts and tramples through. Like, that's one-shot territory for sure.
And now they have
Zayas found the opening. They have the Rolling Thunder as well. The Dawnbreaker. Tundra did not see this one coming fast enough, but they do have in that back line. Skeeter has popped the meta, so Secret needs to be able to reset a little bit, especially with Soxa getting on top of the Drow Ranger, making it even worse. Puppey's going to get grabbed. The 2 supports of Secret die, despite the fact that Secret are the ones finding the initiation. It's Tundra who gets the better of the engagement, and as a result, can maybe take this mid tower.
I mean, just beautiful hook shock to the back line, disrupts the whole fight. Nisha's going on this Visage, but it's not really the target he wants to start on, especially if it's just him. Like, you're basically just wasting Rolling Thunder at that point. It can't come through and turn that fight around post-BKB or post-Terrorblade initiation. And Skeeter joining, pretty nice. Yasha timing, along with that Mithril Hammer, just dealing a decent amount of damage and clean up 2 kills into a tower. That's the type of fight Tundra wants to be able to take. Visage tanks the initiation, Terrorblade gets a free fight. Nisha just going into all.
That is a shield crash on 2, but I don't think it's enough to save him from this sticky situation. Not sure what he was expecting there, but it was certainly not 3 heroes from Tundra.
I think he just wanted an easy bounty route, but nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing is easy on the TI main stage, Cap.
No, certainly not against Tundra, who have been... They really have not given much ground to Secret in either of these games.
This game's a lot about BKB timings as well. Who can just commit in the fights and get the damage done during those intervals. We will have BKB flying out for resolution here. So he's pretty strong in the TP top. Of course, he can TP to these lanes no one else wants to go to. Still join the team. It's a decent time for Secret to try and find something. Remember, Meta has been down for this as well. 50 seconds. Skeeter does not want to join a fight. Rezo just pushing in here.
They're going to spot him. Going to get off his BKB in time. He's going to be changed on here. Beautiful combo from Tundra. 9 and Soxa not overlapping there at all. Very nicely played.
That's the bail amp.
Yeah, that's true.
Melted there for that bail. So this extra burst, have to try and account for it.
Now, Secret is willing to fight here.
They have a blink on Pango.
Oh, it's going to be revealed, though. Off the Rolling Thunder. Just try and slow him down. They're going in pretty deep for this one. I'm not sure if the rest of the team really wants to follow this one up. They're going to try with the Impale, but here comes the Primal Beast running over the Nyx Assassin. The first use of the BKB. And of course, they got to get out. Leave their supports behind. They are fodder. The face of a Tundra team. Oh, fast little arrow. And now this Visage, though they do have Skeeter coming in from the side. The meta pops out. He does Gus, pushing him over to the side. Ooh, Soxa, that's an awkward Cogs. Blocking Skeeter from his retreat, jumping back in. Nisha claims the kill onto 33. Now with the resolution closing in here, they can throw out the stun. Skeeter's gonna pop his BKB. Do they have their own BKB? Needs to get off the thunder. He gets it off on Soxa. Turns around and kills the Drow Ranger. A beautiful play by the young man on stage that is gonna be able to claim 2 core kills.
Zayat's looking to find something, but
is under attack.
there's just not much to claim. Skeeter back up to full HP here. 9 full resources as well. Impale off the mark.
And with that miss, no. 9's out.
Not that crazy. Oh, that was almost a nice Terrorblade kill. Saw Rezo manning up. He was chunking him down, but just getting in that Sunder range. Enough to propel him back up to full. Skeeter has done a very nice job at joining these fights at the right time and in the right place to get a decent position. That said, Nisha is really carrying this early game. Like, he is doing so much of the damage these early engagements, going in, going out, trying to bait out the spells. This global is not really what Pumpy wants out of the spell, right? Like, he's getting trampled down during a global. Doesn't feel amazing. Imagine they have that later on because he can survive, but the long-range damage is considerable here for this Secret lineup. You get swashbuckled, you get hit by this Drow, you have some silencer dots on you.
Look at this play from Nisha, blinking back in to claim that Visage kill. I mean, that was massive. But Skeeter.
First is pretty close.
The BKB and the attention to put it onto Soxa to give him the most HP rather than the Drow Ranger.
It's very nice. Very heads up.
Skeeter, I mean, he's not had a long career. He started off, I mean, he first learned about Dota during TI2 when he was still in elementary school. He was watching pro gamers on stage, and that was the first time, apparently, that he learned you could play video games for money. He said, that's what I want to do. And here he is, in the upper bracket final for the most amount of money, man.
Playing him for a little bit of money.
Just a little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
This gamer thing is working out all right for him.
He seems to be doing just okay.
Hook shot. Soxa killing the creep, chaining the stun there with the Cogs, but the rest of the team, they called it off. They said, this is not the fight that we want. Soxa says, okay, thanks, guys. I'll see you later.
Just splitting the map. Snaking, trying to do a little...
Oh, the roll up. Hey, forces something out of him. Forces 2 ultimates, in fact. Snaking, that's... I mean, he dies, he doesn't get a kill, but he did get a lot out of Secret in a way.
I think Secret, like I said though, I think Secret is happy to play his tempo where they get these kills. Like 40 seconds on the sideline for a 100-second ult. It's not the worst, right?
Yeah.
To me, this is Tundra waiting out this meta timing. They really want to take the fights with Terrorblade this game. They need his manpower in the engagement. Sure, Visage survives for a while. Primal Beast survives for a while, maybe kills the support. But the fights where Skeeter joins is really the ones where they want to clean up and get the conversion into the objectives. Next one being Roshan here. He has full Hurricane Pike, so you can get pretty aggressive in these engagements. Just Hurricane Piking in, medding, taking the fight to this Drow if she gets caught. Would expect Tundra to group up, probably try and smoke for some sort of good fight with Vision. Very soon here.
Get the right kind of fight, take Roche.
Snaking, he's just gonna teleport in on cue.
Okay, here it comes.
Smoke everybody but Skeeter, let him show somewhere, send illusions down the lanes.
With BKB and an Aghanim Scepter on 9, this Primal Beast is so scary when he goes in.
What gets popped?
He's gonna break, drop the sentry, doesn't catch Zayats fast enough.
They're gonna threaten the Roche though, and Secret need to think about whether Tundra's committing to this. They don't have an easy way to get Vision in that pit.
That is super awkward. Means somebody kind of has to put their life on the line to get that information.
It's a mind game.
It turns into a free pick, perhaps, especially now with the ward going down.
This situation is going to be very awkward, especially when the enemy team has ways to force you to show elsewhere. Similar to that last game, Skeeter, he's on an illusion hero. His job is just be super obnoxious with these illusions, shove the waves that Secret doesn't want to go to.
Yeah, but if they find this initiation, Skeeter.
This could be the best hero they can find.
Okay, they're not going to be able to get a fast initiation for it. Oh, the roll up. Is he going to be able to get off anything here? Nisha is just dead. Immediately, the physical damage overwhelms him, and now Zayat's going to be chased down. They spotted him. They're going to pop the drums, chase him down. They've got the slow, and that should be it for our Nyx assassin. He's got a vendetta up in a second, but I'm sure they have detection, even if he tries for it. She does not holds on to that spell for now. That's kind of awkward because they're running into the BKB carry.
Yeah.
I don't know how Secret would be able to chain stuff. It would have to take. They needed vision over the Terrorblade, I guess.
I mean, I think they're just hoping to force a reaction, maybe get out. If they find another core who doesn't have BKB, they're happy to take that fight with the Solar Guardian Global. At least they got this meta out on a good portion of the map, right? It prevents Skeeter from just instantly going to Roche with meta. That said,
he did have a TP up.
that was the tieback for the Nyx, so he was dead for 70. It's gonna give a decent window here for Tundra to just clean it up without that meta. Now you're in a position where you can test as your Secret, and I mean, how do you even get tested? There's no way without Pango. It's gonna be very close here, but not close enough.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that Tundra recognizes we don't have the meta, so we need to throw all the damage we have right now, and they're gonna do it just in time before Nisha could get into the pit with that Rolling Thunder and disrupt things and cause a bunch of chaos. So, I mean, great read by Tundra. They got that timing down to a T.
Fast plays win you games. Yep. Making every second count here. That's going to be Aegis for this Terrorblade. Makes it even scarier in these engagements, and Ag's done for 9, so his Primal Beast damage is starting to ramp up.
The initiation, though. Nisha, they had the vision to be able to get the opening. The Drought Ranger's going to get run over, though. 9, popping his Ags, but he has to chase in real deep for this one. Can anyone bail him out? He's just getting trampled to death. Somebody help Crystal. It pops him in at the last second, but 9 grabs him in the end, pulls him down. Now, underneath that tier 2, I mean, he's fast. Can he get away, though? No, the final swashbuckle gets him in the end, but they get drug in a little bit deeper. Zayat, he's going to be chased down on the side here. At the same time, 33 is kind of toying with them, trying to bait Secret into going for more, but they will not get baited. 33 just straight up throws damage onto the tier 2, saying you guys can't fight right now. Force staffed aggressively, force staffed in, force staffed back into line, but Resolution cleaves out the support. The Stone Form gives him a little bit of time. Nisha, he's got to keep his distance here. That's Thunder.
Secret can keep poking here.
They can. Can they actually keep them in place, though? Slowed down by the curse and the hammer. Nisha comes in through the side. The shield crashes there, and boom! There goes that Visage.
There goes the Wraith Pack.
Popped as soon as the cloak is gone.
Yeah, this poke and physical burst is ramping up for Secret. Desolator on Resolution. Just doing a huge amount of work in these engagements. You get the proc on any hero, throw the swashbuckle on top. Yeah, only it's a decent amount of minus armor coming your way. I mean, Rezo is the carry right here. You know, it really is. Going back to his days with the multiple TI runs here. Not unfamiliar territory for him.
Yeah, I mean, I always think of, when it comes to Resolution and carrying on the main stage, I always think back to that time we stood in for Team Empire, and I mean, his performances at that TI were incredible.
I mean, he's 9-1-7, level 20. He's the highest level in the game.
Yeah.
Having a beautiful game here. Shard online, Echo build back up after the BKB disassemble. Less luminosity attacks required. Like, he is going to shred these Tundra supports if he gets on them. Crystal Maiden basically just gets Starbreakered into oblivion. Skeeter needs to use his BKB timing well. If this fights go really long and Secret still have the manpower up, I feel like this is not the same situation as last game where Tundra can stall the fights out super long and just benefit from the Astrals and the tossbacks and the arrows. Yeah, this is more you got to commit with your Terrorblade, get the damage done, and make sure it counts.
At the same time, though, while Rezo's having this amazing game, we saw in the last fight, Crystallis, because he still doesn't have BKB, he's just being soloed by a single hero. 9 is so farmed in this Primal Beast that he's just able to trample him down.
Yeah, it makes you wish he had 2 force staffs, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe that is the key of the game. I mean, Puppey has one. He's building Glimmer as well.
Top tower is under attack.
Any extra mobility you can give your Drow. Very nice hook
What a hook shot off of that, but it does give an opportunity for Nisha to get off the Rolling Thunder if he wanted to. A global silence from Puppey, though it is something expended.
Yeah, Skeeter's looking to go in here. Still has Aegis.
Not about it. Skeeter's chasing Puppey with the Eye of Scotty. Slowed down to a crawl. He is pretty tanky, and they actually can't finish him off somehow.
The hell, he has like 26 armor.
Yeah, I mean, the tier 2, I guess that armor aura was maybe just enough to keep him alive.
He just walks it off.
Well, now meta has been used, and the Aegis is going to expire in a minute and a half. There's going to be timing here for Secret.
I mean, it was the marksmanship. It's giving him all the extra bonus, Hatchie.
Yeah.
So this silencer's a lot more tanky than you think.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think Skeeter thought he was going to, like, 3-shot him.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Guy have a Sven shard or something? Now Secret have an opportunity to abuse the meta cooldown here. Smoke up from Puppy. Wants to try and initiate with this Nisha Pango, either find the back line.
Surprised they're going right now. But maybe it's just like meta's down. It doesn't matter if he's got
Meta's
Aegis.
down, Aegis running out in 50. They want to find some initiation with the Solar Guardian on top.
They're not quite close enough. Puppy, the smoke is going to break. Tundra on high alert, up on a high ground. Really good timing from them. They backed out at the right time. They read, you know, hey, even if we've got this Aegis, we're still exposed. Whenever meta is down, we have to play defensive. Going up
Just
to the high
keeping
ground.
outpost, or he canceled that. That was a aggressive outpost TP, I was about to say.
I was wondering where he was TPing to.
But Secret will take it back. You said Tundra. I mean, this team is just so efficient at playing the map. They have an 8K lead. It really doesn't feel like they have that much, but it's just all on their supports. These supports just always get farmed. Snaking up the 4-staff, and I mean, Soxa sitting on the big boy Philly.
Oh yeah, and he's going to get the Aghanim Scepter soon, which means one of the side benefits the Aghanim Scepter is the constant rocket spam that you get. So that's another aspect of split push that Tundra will have. They always got something.
Yeah, split push the lanes. He can throw the vision in the fight to find the silencer. Yep. Make it annoying for this Pango who wants to hide in trees. Yeah, he's just going to pick it up, buy out for it. Tundra collecting a lot on the map right now.
Look at them again. This deep vision they have in the mid lanes has, I think, given them a heads up that this is happening. Now, they're going to lose their Crystal Maiden, but that is really not that important. Tundra are pretty happy with losing their 5 if it means another smoke is down on the side of Secret.
They're okay with this for now. And okay, I was going to say, Skeeter had a Sacred Relic in his inventory. A little early for Divine there, son, but of course, Nullifier coming out. It's going to be nice to dispel these Secret cores in the fight. No more 4-staff for the Drow at a time where he might really need it, right?
Yeah, sure.
Also messes with Pango. So interesting itemization here from Skeeter. Again, I think Tundra's identifying they want to make the most happen in the interval where they get the clockwork hook shot, they get that initiation, and this meta is all cooldown. Especially for the next Roshan fight. This is what both teams are gearing up for. For Secret, they do have like triple core lineup that scales incredibly well here.
Do you think the Nullifier is really the best item for it? I mean, it felt like there was a lack of damage here. I would expect maybe more like a pure Daedalus route or something.
I think the Nullifier becomes very good when you get to that Swift Blink.
Okay.
Which is what he's thinking about, right? He has a Q next. I don't think you go this Nullifier without getting a Blink somewhere in your inventory.
Yeah.
Because what you really want to do is be able to just Blink on the Drow, Nullify, Scotty hit him. He's gone, right? He has to sit there and man fight you, and it sets up the fight very nice for the team. Same with like the Silencer. I mean, we saw the Silencer's tanky. It takes a little bit. Nullifier just helps you cement these kills. Tundra wanting to use it here. Shiva's completed for 9.
They found the ward now. They may back up just at the right time. So now Secret, they have a gem as well. Earlier, Tundra, again, they buy these really early gems, which I'm a big fan of. Tundra, as soon as they feel like they're kind of like, all right, we're definitely stronger than these guys, they pick up the gem and they just take over the map.
I mean, no vision left. Yeah. Absolutely debilitating for these Secret lineups that need to fight around it.
Maybe a big reason why they're able to get such a big net worth lead.
Always helps. I mean, Zayat's game is just not easy.
No.
And he just doesn't want to run up any of these high grounds. The illusions are constantly shoving in, which forces someone from his team to go somewhere else.
Scan up to the high ground, see if they can get into position to get this ward down.
Crystallis is like leading the charge here, you know?
Yeah, he's like, he's got a fresh BKB. He's like, I don't have to be scared any longer.
The one upside compared to last game is you can put resolution on illusion duty and you can still join the fight.
Yes.
So your ability to play the map versus the illusions went up considerably.
And it means that he's getting a ton of farm in the meantime too. He's still actually ahead of Chrysalis in that regard.
Yeah, these Secret cores are farm. I'm just worried that they go in. Tundra is just hitting so many good timings on their heroes here. The double 4-staff done, the Ags on the clockwork, Shiva's Ags on this Primal Beast, and 33 pushing towards an Assault Kuros. That is like the huge armor differential gone, right? AC, Buckler, all these things huge versus Drow.
Now they're opening, 4-staff push them deeper into Secret. Maybe that's not what they wanted. At the same time, 9. Well, he tried to go in, and that initiation didn't feel good either. So Tundra is now on full-out retreat. The roll-up, Nisha going to be able to deal with the frostbite. Can he get out, though? He's going to be grabbed by 9. Swashbuckle over to the side. There goes the Crystal Maid. Nice two-man stun as well from the Nyx Assassin. A four-step in once again, and the Terrorblade. Triple kill for Chrysalis. Turns over to 9, who had to deep commit in order to finally finish up that Pangolier. No stuns in time. The BKB lasted long enough.
Puppy.
Oh, got him just in time. Zayat finds a 4th kill for Chrysalis.
You wanted that rampage for the books, but damn close. And Secret cleanup 4, only losing the Pango there. Very happy to get that trade. The gem will be rescued here.
Oh, they saw that on the ground, but Snaking got his courier out fast enough to be able to recover that gem. So that's
quick fingers on the couriers from this Tundra side.
They really do. They know how to play with every single unit they have in their control.
That is the exact fight Secret wanted to hit. They got some vision out. They tank it, the initiation with the Pango. The global was beautiful. Separates the fight, and of course, can't ask for a better time. Getting that into the second Roche here. Aegis on Drow is a huge deal. This damage is starting to come through for this Terrorblade. I thought that was an aggressive force stab from Secret at first. I was like, oh, that was nice, but it was Tundra trying to save him from the chain stun, which you can't blame them. But it ends up just pushing him so deep, and then Nisha on the back line. Secret just get the dream fight here, right? Drow gets to just shoot Terrorblade the whole time. He gets forced in again, maybe betraying a little bit here. He just gets bursted by Resolution with the minus armor. Drow to back him up. And this Tricore coming online for Secret here. The physical damage is no joke. If Terrorblade dies, these other 2 cores are not going to carry the huge distance in that fight in terms of the damage output. Like, this is a Terrorblade draft. You are buffing him up. You want him to live through that engagement. And at this point, Rezo and Crystallis might just be out carrying him. The tag team here, that's a big swing.
He's no longer going the Swift Blink. Now he is going back for the Daedalus. Now he's saying the damage is the problem, but I did like your idea of like a certain way to play against the Drow Ranger, because in just a normal game, this 1-to-1 matchup between Drow and TV is not that fun.
I mean, this Nullifier, it makes a lot of sense this game. It helps him stick on targets, but at the same time, he has to aggressively force them to be able to stick on them. If someone gets forced before you get that Nullifier hit out, it gets kind of weird, right? Yeah. Like, traditionally, if you want to go this Daedalus build, maybe you rather have Satanic, something else, even like a Manta Dispel.
Butterfly opportunity.
I mean, he's still going to be incredibly strong here. If he gets the Nullifier hit, it's going to pay off. It's just a question of, can he land it? How deep does he go in the fight? Because like we saw there, you go a little too deep, you get Starbreakered. You're not living through that. Now Secret taking the fight to them, pushing his tower with Aegis. Smoke wrap
comes
around,
down to the initiation, but Science reads it. He's going to be able to break that smoke. The onslaught on through. They do have the spike carapace, pop the BKB last second. They manage to get on top of the Silence as well. The global Silence goes out. Science is not dead yet, nor is Puppy. While Chris is delivering the damage onto Skeeter. Force that forward. Manage to get the hook shot. Turn around. Skeeter gets off the Sunder on his support. Manta gets popped. Crystal is trying to walk away, but that Nullifier, it'll keep him in place. And now 9 is setting up for the Starbreaker, though. Resolution. He barely hits the end one, and that's all he needed. Crystal is on the second life, will stand and deliver the damage onto 9. That'll finish him up. The Primal Beast with the Dispel is not going to be enough to walk away.
Give me your intelligence, mother, and I'll take it every time. Puppy with the buyback to get the extra insteal.
And runs down Snake King. Resolution finds an extra one. On top of that, none of these heroes have buybacks, so Secret. The world is their oyster at this point.
This game has swung completely, right? Like, we can feel in these fights, the damage is just running out for Tundra. And the real carry in this game, Resolution, coming online. He hits 25 after this fight. Which is a huge deal for this hero. Now you're dealing with double Starbreaker, which have just been debilitating for Skeeter. I mean, beautiful hook shot here. They get the Sunder off. Operation Safety to bail out Skeeter. Takes the fight to Crystallis. Maybe if there's no Aegis here, this fight looks different. But even so, Rezo is just smacking him. And that hammer hurts, man.
Yes, it does. All of that farm is paying off. They're so focused on dealing with the Drow Ranger in this bad matchup with the Terrorblade that it means that Resolution is completely uncontested in fights. Delivering damage right there. And there's a man on stage who set all that up in the first place. His Vendetta positioning, breaking that smoke,
that was
made an awkward initiation for Tundra.
I mean, that's what wins Secret the fight there. Like, imagine Puppy gets broken on instead of that Nyx. It's a completely different engagement. Instead, 9 has to spend his entire BKB duration and half that fight chasing Puppy around. He doesn't want to be doing this. It's dirty duty. Someone has to, but it takes him way longer than he wants. And now Secret taking control of this game. Now they're scaling into that late game Tricore where Shiva's on Nisha on top of a Timeless Relic Arcane Rune. He's going to be pretty strong in this next engagement. Huge amount of spell damage coming out. If Drow lives through the initial burst from Tundra, it's going to be a hard fight. Rocket player scouting Puppey.
They're going to go for that free kill. And he had the gem too. Nisha's going to try and follow this up though. They do have the Dawnbreaker ultimate coming in on the side. They're going to chain stun down this Visage. They've worked through the cloak. The double hammer goes to play. And Snaky, well, he tried to freezing field. They're getting on top of Chrysalis. This time around, when he doesn't have that second line, Skeeter's got the meta, and they can start laying into the Drow Ranger. But they need to be able to get the disarms. And now with the chain stun going out, the Drow falls, yes. But Resolution and Nisha, they are just cleaving through hero after hero. The Primal Beast again trying to walk away, but Resolution, he'll run you down. He'll drag you down into the dark, down until you fall, down until you go all the way back to the fountain.
Resolution, Starbreaker, breaking Tundra's dreams here, closing this out 2-0. He wants to send it to a game 3. This man is absolute resolute.
He really is, and it's so fitting. He showed up on this roster with Zayats, completely turns what was kind of a mediocre lineup for Team Secret. They really did not find much success. And it seems like this combination of Zayats and Resolution we see on the right-hand side is what has been enough. It's a secret ingredient that has turned Secret into an absolute killing machine. It may just give them the chance to even up this series against Tundra, the upper bracket final.
Secret is just all over Skeeter in these fights. He just does not have the sustained health like last game. And they are able to burst this terribly down regardless of the Drow. And yeah, you love to see that, man.
Harken back to a little bit of the TI1 days. Back then at their very first international, the boosts were closer together, much closer. They're face up against each other. Here at TI11, it feels like a similar vibe, and you could see Zayats, he loves that.
Oh, especially when you're dead. There's nothing else to look at but that guy across the stage from you. He's standing up and shouting.
Yep.
Little extra mental mind games going down, and that's 2 lanes for Secret here. Cementing themselves at a 15k gold lead. They have the buybacks. Tundra's probably gonna have to buy out to take these fights. Full control of this game now. Octarine done on Nisha. Aeon disc for Puppey. Jumping him just became a little bit harder. I mean, now you really need to get value to this nullifier. You need it, but yeah, Skeeter's just getting kited, right? And even if he takes down one of these Secret cores, pick your poison. Are you going Drow? Or are you going Dawnbreaker?
Yeah, somebody's got to deal with this Dawnbreaker, man. I almost feel like 9, getting his level 25. I know most people go the extra duration, but I almost wonder if getting the BKB piercing disable would be better. Just deal with this Dawnbreaker, who's like BKB and challenging the Terrorblade every time.
It might be. If you can just get this Dawn off your Terrorblade, at least free him up a little bit, or maybe burst him. I don't know how much it's doable, but you have to deal with Resolution at this point. He's just cleaving through your entire team. I mean, he has Blink. He has everything up, pushing towards Strength Blink. In fact, he's saving for buyback. So even if you kill him once, he is going to buyback. He's going to Solar Guardian back in. This Dawnbreaker has built-in Aegis here, as long as he wants to keep the gold up, which he will.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty cool idea, because they're essentially just one team fight away from being able to finish off this game too.
Yep.
We'll see how Tundra is able to hold now that the shoe is on the other foot.
Rocket's coming out, doesn't see anything. Skeeter might get caught.
Oh, this would be the worst situation. A 2-man stun set up with the Resolution, ready to go. Both will fall. Both do have buyback, but there's going to be a third hero on the ring. It's 33. Roll on through, stop the onslaught as well. Everything being countered on the side of Secret. They've used their buybacks, but they're not going to be able to do much. Maybe they can. 9 jumps in, grabs the Drow Ranger, and they do manage to get him. Immediate buyback. Secret trying to reset around this one. A beautiful stun from Zayats. Once again, another 2-man follow-up. Nisha keeping his distance here with the swashbuckle. Is going to roll up to the side. They're going to try and deal with this Nyx Assassin. Go, Dawnbreaker coming in. Here comes the stuns. Can they chain stun him? They burned out of mana. He needs to be able to get off Asunder, but he doesn't have an opportunity to do so. He falls. A dieback on the carry, but at the same time, oh, the Primal Beast went in, but they couldn't actually deal with the Drow Ranger, who's just in the back line. Throwing away the damage. Resolution. He will not go down easy. He will not go down without a fight. He finally does fall, but Tundra, it's too late for them. They blew far too much to be able to bring down the Dawnbreaker, and now Chrysalis is here to clean up. They buy back where they can. They do have the roll-in coming on through. That's going to be able to get the chains done on to 9. He's dead as well. 3 dead, no buybacks. 33 going to be collected, and that is it. GG. Team Secret.
The strong lane, it's, you know, back to the comfort for Tundra, but it's another game where I feel like I look at the draft and Secret has pretty good options. They have good draft integrity, much better. Secret,
All right, you heard from our analysts. Thank you so much to Flying Quinn joining us and breaking down the draft to such an extreme level. I feel like we all learned something in that one. But game 3 of Secret versus Tundra. It's about ready to go. One of these teams is going to be going to the grand finals. Maybe the other team will join them, but it'll have to be a very long Sunday for them. They'll have to go through the lower bracket. They'll have to play 2 series in a row. It's always a rough one.
Nobody wants to do that, except maybe Matumba. That guy likes playing Dota.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to get as much Dota in before he retires.
I mean, this is another game where I feel like this Tundra draft does exactly what they've been doing the whole tournament. They have a bunch of heroes who can push the lanes out. They have an illusion carry. They have a summons off laner. They have this killer mid for 9, like the spear breaker, like the OD, whatever. He can run around, make some crazy stuff happen, help set up the kills for supports.
It got us this far. Let's not stop.
Yes,
right?
It's very much up their alley. At the same time, I do think like this Dawnbreaker's has to be one of the heroes that's better conceptually against the style, because she's extremely tanky, shoves the waves pretty fast, is giving you that scale advantage. At the same time, in a way, she's protecting other heroes from shoving out lanes, right? Imagine Nietzsche is pushing lanes as Gyro's pushing lanes later in this game. He gets arrowed, Tusk jumps him, you have the Solar Guardian come out.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Tundra are in a position where they need more heroes to go for those types of kills. And every time you force them to have to commit more and more numbers, those moves become a little bit harder, right? So Tundra has to just be that little bit faster and a little bit quicker, and 3 runes.
Nice kick away.
Tip.
That'll secure, yeah, that 3rd bounty rune. So does mean he doesn't have rolling boulder, which I don't know if that's important or not when it comes to this lane.
And they're also going to put the Earth Spirit down here again. So similar to last game, Zayas will take the safe lane with Chrysalis, not doing that CM Gyro lane, which I feel would just melt the Eidolons.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, Flak is enough at the later levels. So
yeah.
Maybe they're just fine doing this. They want to set up the stronger off lane. Maybe they're worried about playing double melee into this Chaos Knight lane. Maybe it's just Rezo, you're the carry, right? Like, let's secure Resolution Dawnbreaker this game because we saw what it did last time. I mean, Gyro, like we talked about, doesn't have to be the true one in this game. Gyro can just play for some spells, running in, being annoying, shutting down the Enigma early, and catch up later. He doesn't have to have the greatest start of his life because, again, very strong scaling Tricore from Secret if this game goes late.
It's already doing so much, Puppy. Pushing back the Snake King Mirana, blocking the easy camp as well. The other side, Zayas actually gets a pretty nice W here, and being able to pull the hard camp off of Saksa. A little bit of block in here. Nisha doesn't really care too much. In fact, he slows him down. 9 in response, snowballs onto the range creeps. I don't know why, man, but little stuff like that always gets me. I love to see those cute little 1v1 matchups and how just little plays and counter plays make the difference between 1 CS.
Zeus wasn't doing that a year ago.
That is true. Saksa gonna be run down here. Is this gonna be our first blood? Looking like it. Zayas will claim that one. Away from Chrysalis. First blood for Team Secret already, especially with the 3 bounty runes. They're up by a K.
Yeah, that is a very fast start for them, and very nice for a hero like Earth Spirit. I mean, we were discussing these melee cores for Zayas in a lot of the games because this is just what he's playing. Nyx, Tusk, Earth Spirit. I think Earth Spirit is his best hero. Like,
yes.
his Nyx is crazy good. He had insane impels late game, but this is, I think, is actually his best hero. And if this hero gets off to a good start, you just bypass a lot of his issues, right? You get to the faster level 6, you get to some early items. This hero doesn't need much. You get to an urn, you get to a BKB, and you just become a beast. So getting the first blood gold here for him in a safe lane Earth Spirit scenario is the cherry on top here for Secret. They are leading the CS board in all 3 lanes. I mean,
Seriously.
This Enigma is getting destroyed early on.
I mean, they took maybe a little bit of risk, and as you said, they could have done Crystal Main Gyrocopter and just absolutely dumped on 33's game, but instead, they tried to make both the side lanes, or tried to win both the side lanes by putting the Crystal Maiden down there, and it's worked.
Yeah, they're just winning them both. This is a very fast start for Secret.
Meanwhile, I feel like Nisha gotten every single CS in this lane, 19-5. He's having a hell of a spree right now, but he is getting dangerously low all the time from 9's spam out of shards and such.
They got a Thunder, don't miss.
Apparently not. Not even a high ground miss. Zayas getting blocked in. He's not going to be able to roll out of that one. Chrysalis will in turn pick up a decent number of those Eidolons. And actually, whoa, I didn't see that. Neutral creep got him.
Got it.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, that's a decent trip to base then.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you essentially traded your life, didn't give any gold over to Tundra, and you got Eidolon kills out of it.
Those Eidolons are super nice for Gonzalez. He also gets some solo XP. Free trip for the Earth Spirit who finished Boots off the first Blood Gold. These little sequences going Secret's way. I will say, nice double deny from 33. He was like denying one Eidolon with his hero and another with other Eidolons.
Yeah, I did see that. That was cool.
Those out. Like, very small things this team does extremely well.
Yeah.
Trying to keep the advantage.
33, easily one of the best micro players in this TI, and he's putting in good work here once again. This time around, no neutral creep to deny them that last hit on Zayats. They will get that kill, but again, Chrysalis gets all the Eidolons, so the trade-off is not really that clear.
It's pretty weird. I mean, honestly, if I was this Earth Spirit, I don't think I'd be too sad. Because it costs Tundra their combo in terms of resources, right? And it pushes the lane in because you get the flak, it shoves out, you kill Eidolon. Kristallis will get to do this pull. He's not the one dying. He gets a bunch of solo XP. I think it's what Tundra need to do in terms of coming back with this Enigma, pushing his net worth up, getting the XP for Tiny.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not some like end-all be-all. And I mean, that's also the deadly combination of this Tiny Enigma. Like, you just step up too far, you get all in.
A firm
I mean,
denial.
Zayats will have to walk all the way down here.
When was the last time we saw Tundra lose lanes like this? I feel like
this is a rough start.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to get much better than this in a TI upper bracket final. You know, these are two of the best teams in the world. And Seeker pulling a decent lead out of these lanes, especially versus the CK.
Oh, Chrysalis maybe overextended himself a little bit. But Zayats stopped Soxa in what would have been an avalanche tossback under tower with Malefice still on him. Like, that could have been a kill on Chrysalis, but Zayats put a stop to it.
I mean, this CK is just, he's getting beat up top. He's had to invest in extra regen. The extra CM nukes doing a decent damage in terms of the economy. And Skeeter's gonna have to catch up this game. Like, this is 3 Seeker cores pulling decently ahead in this early game for only 5 minutes.
Yeah, Skeeter's not going to be happy with that one.
And again, this is a double global lineup. So if you fall behind, Seeker pulls ahead with the levels.
Yeah.
Suddenly you have Thunder God's Wrath, you have Solar Guardian online, whereas you're trying to catch up with your own ults. And by the time you get there, it's harder to use those because they have the global response.
Yeah, like one roll in from Zayats could be a kill on any core if they're far enough ahead. This would be an all-important kill. They're going to have to snowball and do manage to keep up with Nisha as he tries to hop over the cliff. They do have the roll-in, though. They need a little bit more damage. Nisha delivers a bunch before he goes down. Maybe Secret can collect some kills in return. 9 is so low. Puppy's going to throw it out. Frostbite's going to be game. And Soxa left the DD for his mid laner and may regret that choice. Nope, they're not going to go for the dive.
He's thinking about it.
Roll in from behind, Zayats blind, trying to find Soxa. Does get him now, slows him down with that double damage, puts it to work. The toss over is not good enough. Puppy will secure the last hit. 2,000 net worth lead now for Team Secret, 3-2.
Nice response from Secret to turn that mid fight around. I thought Nisha was just gone for sure, but they get the double kill out of it. They get the rune. Extra levels for these supports. Puppy's up to level 5. There's a lot of early damage going to come out from the CM Earth Spirit combo. And Tusk is also not a hero who wants to be losing these river fights. Like, this is where his spells are pretty strong. He's pretty tanky. You can abuse the stack gain. Zeus is a hard hero to man up on. I respect that go attempt play. These are the types of things Tundra, they need to start looking for in this game. Get the tiny Mirana going, finding these little kills and pickoffs. You have CK stun, you have Malefice. 3 stunning cores from Tundra here to set up some of these kills. Yeah, and some of this may just come down to the fact that they lost the lanes, right? If this Chaos Knight, who's usually a hero that has so much sustain, you could chill out by yourself, but you could see the pressure continue. He's not able to stay alone in this lane, so Snaking kind of always has to be here, ready to go with the arrow. Thunder God's Wrath isn't enough, the Frostbite is in range, so he turns around and uses it on the Mirana instead. A Puppy will be able to walk it off, but the fact that Snake King can't rotate out of this lane, I think, is debilitating to all of that aggression that Tusk wants to be able to put down. Yeah, normally they want to be able to leave Skeeter alone at this point. Get that double support rotation cooking around their mid. 9 is the hero they often play through for that early tempo, so the side lane's going a little subpar does mean that the supports get clogged up at these random 2-on-2s. They don't necessarily want to be in for too long. 8-minute root fight. Well, Nisha was trying to jump for it, and Snake King will go down to Rezo. These Tundra supports, they're having issues in this early game. That silencer game, where Puppy was super under leveled. It was like 13 minutes in, he was still level 5. He's having Not this game, man. He is way far ahead thanks to all of these kills. Level 3 Frostbite, maybe not
Might even need the tome. Save that one for Zions.
Yeah, he'll take it anyway, you know?
Roll in, kick back, nice play. 9 out of spells, needs a little helping hand, snaking the arrow slides right on by, but was enough to dissuade Secret from pushing in some more. They're actually going to use this to smoke. This is a cool play.
Yeah, they're going to try and activate this Tusk heading towards top. Good. CK is one of the easier carries to smoke to because you can just stun the guy and sets up for you easily. See if Rezo feels this one coming.
Out the right time here, or is he going to get a little bit too...
He might. He feels it coming.
Sticking on the hard left-hand side of the lane.
He right on top of him, man.
They got a ward. They're going to come for it now, though. 9 immediately goes for the pick off onto the Crystal Main. They're going to chain stun him, get that kill. Nice and easy. Now 9 needs to get out because, oh, from the side, Nisha hopping on in. That is a trade-off that Secret is very happy with, I'm sure.
Beautiful read of that move from Secret. Just saying that this tiny city mid, there's only one place Tusk is going to go, right? Rezo reads the move, pings it out, says, hey, puppy, you wanna take that one for me?
He does.
Does his job. That'll get Zeus a pretty nice kill. He's just having a great game here early on. This is a pretty nasty Zeus game. Like, you're counteracting the Moran ulti with the vision. You're screwing with the multiple stun initiators from Tundra. You're forcing them to have to gap close you through all of this secret AoE. So the stronger the Zeus is, the faster he gets to that shard, the Kaya, all this extra damage.
There it is. The combination we talked about, the roll-in into the global possibilities for Secret.
That early level 6 from Rezo puts it to good use. Get a core kill. Gyro. I mean, I was thinking this Gyro might have like a toughish lane, maybe, and maybe he doesn't have to carry the game. And he's just leading the pack. Level 8.5.
He's rushing an early Chrysalis.
Can never have too many carries.
That's true. Well,
The prize is mine.
my C-Pubs may beg to differ, but
You can never have too many carries, Cap.
6-3. Team Secret, well, he did have a 2,000 net worth lead, so it has gone down a little bit. So it seems like the state of the game has at least been okay for Tundra, even though we've seen them, lose some kills and stuff like that. It seems like economy-wise, they've been doing all right for themselves. So I wonder how many stacks Chrysalis has available.
Well, Nisha's doing his best to steal him a bit.
There it is. You got 6 of them packed up. Yeah, Soxa comes in, tries to grab what he can.
I don't think Secret want to give up this jungle too early here.
Radiant's bottom tower has
You're always
fallen.
happy to farm it out, but if Tundra's going to give you these skirmishes, I feel like Secret is pretty strong in them just because of how many levels they have on these supports. Like, Puppy's not too afraid. You also are losing in this tier 1 trait, so that was something from the other game. Secret defended their tier 1 for a long time against that 33 Brood Visage. This game, a little different. He's just going to claim it here, push himself towards the raid pack, the rush she will have.
Skeeter looks like he's going to call it quits on that safe lane for now, but 11.5 minutes in, safe lane tower still being up is great progress, and they will have that Wraith pack coming in now for the Enigma, so who knows, they may even make a rotation back at some point. Roll in on point, Zions. He's going to be able to get some serious damage onto this Enigma, but they don't necessarily have any follow-up. Too many heroes here on the side of Tundra for showing up, with Moonlight Shadow being used as well.
Yeah, what indeed? Too many heroes there, not expecting them all. Solar Guardian was just coming off cooldown as well. You will pay the price
Dire's top tower is under
for their vision sins.
It's a little bit of information, though, out of Tundra for the rest of the team. Though they're not really able to take advantage of that. I mean, I guess in many ways, Dawnbreaker is just not a hero that can take that tower. And yeah, now 33's up here. So now, if you want to take that safe lane tower, you have to fight into the Wraith Pact hero. That is pretty scary.
You have to take this soon if you're Secret. Like, you have to equalize the map, open up some more space for your Gyro to farm. Remember, Gyro is this like triangle rotation farm pattern hero. He really needs his tier 1 down to open up enemy jungle and make those rotations efficient. They will finally claim it. Be very happy with that. Now it just comes down to these mid fights. How much does Tundra want to push this mid tower or smoke to the triangle? The answer is right now, Armlet CK.
Time is of the essence, it seems, for Tundra.
I do not want to give too much space to this Secret Tricore again.
The Enigma is going to push in the mid lane while the rest of the team smokes out behind the mid tier 1 tower. Great D-ward read, though, from Team Secret.
That's incredibly valuable here. Going to help protect this Zeus. They are just chipping this tower. Eidolon's doing a decent amount of work. Pretty hard to engage for Secret here. They don't want to walk up too much. There could be CK in the trees. You don't know where this Tuskar is. He was bottom. They don't get the tier 1, but about as close as you're gonna get.
Yeah, certainly. All right, so an early Crystallis and a straight-up BKB, so really delaying the Aghanim Scepter a lot for Crystallis. Feeling like he's going to need that early team fight item.
I think this build is fine. Like, the Ags is a farm accelerator, but you got to remember what he's playing with, right? He's playing with 2 other cores that are going to take a lot.
Sure.
He's playing with a Crystal Maiden who can soak up some farm as well. Like,
So don't be greedy.
I mean, there's just a limit to how many creeps you can eat on the map.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think early BKB is strong in this game with that Crystallis just going in, soaking up some spells, dealing some decent physical, making the fight happen for your other 2 cores. Because Zeus does not want to go in, and this Dawnbreaker doesn't really just want to run in first either, right? He wants to ult on top, either an Earth Spirit roll, Gyro going in. So
Shadows take us.
if Gyro can frontline, it's nice. And on the flip side, this Tundra teamfight is a lot about using this Mirana ult to find the targets they want between Tiny and Tusk. Searching for it now.
Tried this before. They're going to have to lead off with the Avalanche. Tumbler Toy over the side to make sure they get the toss. And a very nice pickoff for Tundra. He kind of needed to, but Secret, they're going to chase after these guys. 9. He's got a haste rune, so he may not be able to outrun that rocket, but he can get some serious distance. They're going to try and chase. Oh, what an interception! What a play from Mirana. And now in turn, they're going to save each other with the snowball. Sasha with a beautiful avalanche. Hello, Black Hole. Goodbye, Secret.
Beautiful interception there to just turn the fight around.
Oh, and one more. Wrap it up. That'll be a team wipe for Tundra.
Whoever you want.
What
5-man wipe.
a setup.
That was just beautiful, baiting the overextension. That roll is just too deep, and of course, no Solar Guardian to come out in that fight. Like, that spell might have turned that fight around right there.
Yeah,
super
sure.
clump, super slow, all in the Earth Spirit gun, but your Dawnbreaker sitting in the fountain. Just don't have that big spell to sustain you through the damage. And, I mean, this chase, he has a haste rune. 9 just baiting it out the whole time. Not even sure he dies on this rolling. But
Either way,
nice heads up
Snake
play.
Does his best Secret Service impression there. Protects the president. 33 comes in with the cleanup.
Snake King's a sacrificial guy, you know?
Yeah,
He's
he is.
happy to jump in there, take the bullet, as long as he gets the dub.
That means Tundra gotta be feeling really good about that momentum shift, especially after how hard that laning phase was for them. So the fact that they are now solidly back in control of this game, if they can get to a point where they've got the pipe completed on the Enigma, then we're full team fight ready to go. Wraith Pack pipe, just like the Broodmother.
And that Wraith Pack pipe is deadly this game, right? There's only the Dawn Starbreaker and the Gyro Flak to really clear into the physical area. Everything else is just AoE magic. Yep. So that EHP from Pipe Wraith Pack just
it's
gonna be deadly in this mid game.
Now, what do you think of this pickup from Nisha? He's rushing the E-Blade. Do you think that is trying to protect people from Tusk Chaos Knight? Do you think it's trying to cut through this Wraith Pack pipe and just like really nail that single target damage? Mixture of both, maybe?
Definitely a bit of both, right? Like, if he gets gap close, he can E-Blade the Tusk, who's not going to go BKB first. He's going the Deso build. So if you E-Blade him, leap away, bolt him back, 9 just gets debilitated in that type of engagement. At the same time, you can E-Blade yourself before one of those jumps. It's very nice. There's also a lot of chain stun potential from Tundra. Like, you get Malefice, you get Avalanche, there's an arrow coming through. If they commit on a chain stun target off the arrow and you E-Blade that guy and it saves him from a lot of that physical burst, you can turn the fight around. Puppy flirting with danger.
Yeah, it really was.
I don't think Skeeter thought it was just him. And it was.
It really was. The rest is Secret. They were a bit of distance away, Snaking. They're going to try and pop him here. They're going to throw the Dawnbreaker ultimate on top of this to ensure the fast kill, but they're on the wrong side of this cliff. He's just going to try and use it to his advantage, though. They do have the shard out. There's no black hole to fear, so they can just kind of run headlong into Tundra, perhaps. A freezing field. Keep it going. Just managed to get that 1 kill. Resolution trying to finish it off, but Dawnbreaker Hammer can't go to 3. Now Chaos Knight, Skeeter trying to get the armlet toggling, but Nisha delivers the damage. Not quite enough. The toggles keep going. Frostbite going out. Now Crystal is low. Black Cannon shots, one after the other, but Skeeter stays alive through it all. He toggles through everything.
Nisha got stuck on that high ground cliff too, trying to position to just stay out of range, but it's not enough to finish off that CK. Skeeter lives through it all. We saw the type of fight Skeeter wanted to take, taking the Wraith Pack down early. These Tundra heroes are tanky, man. Like, the damage is done, right? You have 2,000 HP to cut through on this Tusk, 2,000 on this CK. A nice way to start out killing the support for free. Then you're like stuck in this clump engagement. You're getting multi-avalanched. That shard ended up slowing down the gyro as well. Just can't commit it instantly. Turns into a very awkward engagement. You also have to think about these midnight pulses just getting thrown down and burning you for the whole time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This kiting, I mean Skeeter, it draws him in so deep with this armlet toggling that now Chrysalis is heavily overextended. His lifesteal is not enough sustain to deal with all this bits of damage being thrown at him. And
Tundra,
now,
they want those long fights.
yes.
If they get multiple Tuskar spells off, it's a perfect scenario for them.
Trying to hammer away, but here comes the snowball. 9 knocks him out. And it looks for a little bit more too. The shard locking in Puppey. May have gotten the D ward, but he won't make it out alive. Nisha barely able to jump away before the Tiny could grab him. Toss him to his allies. 5,000 net worth lead for Tundra. They continue to grow and continue to take more and more of the map away from Secret.
This is the Tundra like 5-man skirmish that they use this Tiny and Mirana combo so well for. No cooldowns they really have to wait for. They don't really care about Black Hole this game. They're ready to fight off the stuns, get their carry involved. Skeeter having a way more impactful game this time around. Level 13 top in the charts. He's just been involved in everything. And between him and this Tuskar tag team, there's not enough armor or survivability to deal with the physical burst right now. Pushing Secret to the back foot. And it's going to give a lot of space to this Tundra lineup to soak up the map. And if there's one thing we've seen this series, it is these two supports between Soxa and Snaking. They find farm and they find it very fast.
Yes, they do.
I don't even know where they find this much farm, to be honest. I mean, Soxa's pushing up close to Rezo, right? Very different from last game.
Yeah, certainly. It's not the same kind of game where Rezo was just able to hang out in side lanes and farm non-stop and join the occasional team fight. Tundra's actually putting an effort in shutting him down first, smoking him at the start of any of these rotations.
That's the best way to do it. You take the Dawn or Zeus out, you remove a lot of that counter initiation.
Yeah.
And if you hit a nice BKB timing here, that is one of the downsides of the Secret lineup, right? The pipe for Tundra is super powerful. The BKBs next is powerful. Like, there's not a lot to interfere with those durations, and they can get a lot done because the physical burst is just so high.
Maybe catching Snaking here. We had that smoke. Don't need to use Thunder God's Wrath. Nisha will hold on to it for now. That was a smoke rotation. They didn't find anything in the triangle like they wanted. They end up, well, they'll have to be content with a Priest of the Moon kill because that's all they got. Meanwhile, ooh, the BKB timing, if they hit the pipe, that already feels bad enough for Secret. You hit this BKB timing on Skeeter, I don't know what Secret does.
It's going to be rough. I mean, at that point, these raid pack lineups can always just go into the pit and force the Roche.
Yeah.
Right, you have Deso on Tusk with tag team as well. Even has Brigand's Blade on top.
Feels like it's going to be a long time before the Gyrocopter's damage becomes relevant enough to carry through against BKB raid pack pipe.
That's just not doing enough right now.
No.
Too much magic AoE, not enough cleave to clear through this. And again, Tundra just spamming out the map, right? Their supports are so obnoxious and just running down these side lanes, forcing you to react. You see the Eidolon's top, making people show, making you split up while they get slightly more out of the map every minute that ticks by. The team is just crazy efficient in terms of getting farm on everybody, and they make it pay off too. Their itemizations are very good. Again, Force Staff already out for Snaking here. Another one being built by Soxa, so double Force Staff once again. That is their MO. It's going to bail out the cores even more.
They're ready to go.
They are always ready.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Movement across.
Regeneration.
Trying to tackle that area of the map that Radiant uses to farm up so much. That Radiant Triangle where we typically have a Gyrocopter who's going to be farming of Ancient. They couldn't actually catch anybody there, but it did clear out enough space where they feel comfortable going back to do Roshan, right? Because Secret is just, I mean, if they're not going to challenge them immediately, Roshan just dies too damn quickly. So an Aegis pick up for Skeeter. Ooh, accidental BKB pop, I believe.
Haste.
He doesn't need it, you know, sending a message here. Yeah, Roshan cannot dodge the smoking. That's that raid pack force fight that Secret just can't take right now. They just need more farm. They need it on the Stormbreaker, and he's just not getting the space, man.
He really is not. 9 might just be able to 1v1 him here. Rezo not gonna be able to TP out in time. Soxa is there for the cleanup.
And this Tusk has just been incredibly annoying for this Dawnbreakers. Yes. The amount of interrupts he has, the physical burst versus a hero that does not build armor for a long time.
And he has racked up some
counter pick.
serious Deso charges too. He's at 12 already.
Try and find this tiny nice
Instant kickback. A lot of magic damage. There's that E-Blade being put to use. If they can catch somebody out of the way of the Enigma,
Radiant's top tower
no Wraith
is
back,
under
no
attack.
pipe, they do get bursted very quickly.
It's very true. It's like the Veil from last game. When you have this much magic damage, it makes all of your stuns count for just that much more. Oh, it'll push Gyro almost to the top of the charts here. So Stalos is still going for that Ags. He's just going to try and scale it up in a late game Gyro with Ags Satanic. It's one way to try and deal with the burst blink without a save behind you. There's one save in this game, you know, it is a very long way away, but the Earth Spirit Ags,
That's true.
can't run. You turn someone to stone, kick them away, might be something to play for super far down the line, but of course, Tundra's gonna have a field day before that.
Certainly. Especially given the fact you said, you know, they have 3 cores that all want to farm up on the side of Secret. They've only got a quarter of the map that they own, so really nothing is left for Zayat to complete his BKB, let alone that Aghanim Scepter. So it's going to have to be through fighting. And a fight is immediately going to be forced onto Chrysalis.
BKB forced.
Has to use the BKB. He cannot get caught into a team fight against a Chaos Knight with its Aegis and a BKB.
Definitely not. Even the Mage Slayer on top of the CK going to give him the extra resistant tankiness in these engagements. Not to mention if he ever lands hit on Zeus, just reduce the damage.
Look at this. Tundra's saying, okay, that side of the map, they can't play. Let's go to the other side of the map immediately.
Yeah, Moonlight Shadow in one as well. Found the
Smoke is
gyro.
going to break. They did find the gyrocopter, an opportunity to be able to burst him out almost instantly, and there he goes. The response from Secret, they tried to do some damage to the Tiny, only got him to half health. They fully give up now, leaving Puppey behind. Everybody else is going to be able to get out. Yep, we're good.
These AoE spells just do nothing into the auras, man.
Yeah, seriously.
You have to keep your cores alive here. Tundra are just accumulating more and more net worth, lead up to 10k here, using this Aegis to perfection, closing out the map. Suddenly Secret's stuck in a corner again. I feel like that's been the story this whole series.
Yeah, kind of. At that game 2, we heard our analysts come in and talk about how they felt like it was just one team fight away from Team Secret being able to crack open the game, and they eventually did do that. I'm not convinced that there's that same kind of win condition here in this 3rd game.
I mean, that game had Rezo at top of the charts with like 9-1. This game, he has just been destroyed by this Tuskar and Enigma on the map.
Has fallen.
It just doesn't have the same physical impact as it did last game, and now you're getting tossed back on.
Oh, they can't afford to lose 9. Nisha, he's going to be pulled over to the side, tries to get a hop away, but no chance. 33 tries to throw out the black hole, doesn't actually catch what he wanted out of that, but still great fight for Tundra. Let's hit high ground.
The snowball getting larger every minute here. The aura's just nothing to fight through it here for Secret.
Are fortified.
This is turning into a death ball of a game.
It certainly is. And Tundra, they're going to force it. Like game 1, they chilled out. They took so much. They just built up this net worth bigger and bigger and bigger. What it looks like here in this situation, 26 minutes in, they're going to claim a full lane of barracks. Team Secret, without Nisha, without a buyback there, there's no way they can hold high ground. That is their big high ground hero. Game 1, they had the Magnus. This game, they've got Zeus. That's the best they have to offer.
I don't even think he can really walk up. Is he even doing anything to them at this point? There's way too much tankability on this Tundra side.
The glyph is down. The tier 3 is almost falling. His Tundra's going to force this for 2.
Why back?
Puppey put themselves in the front lines. They immediately do get the kickback onto the Enigma. Is that who they really want to go for, though? They've lost their 2 supports for it. They're going to buy back. But are they going to get anything for this? Even with the extra lives, Puppey TP's in. Instant dieback. Rezo turns around, used the magic immunity to get rid of the Malphus, but he's just dragged back in by Skeeter. Run down through the side. Zay's trying to get the opening. The Dawnbreaker ultimate, it's going to land and do a lot here with an AoE stun, but all of these heroes on a bit of HP. They do not have enough to be able to cut them down. They need more damage. Crystal is trying to deliver. They finally do get it. They bring down the Chaos Knight, run over the Enigma, trying to chase for more. Snaking, gets out, completes his TP. Tundra, they just did a serious economic blow, and maybe a very real blow as 9 takes down Resolution. After that fight, Nisha, you cannot let him get away with this one. He's going to E-play, but he already used the lightning bolt. He's going to TP out. Oh no, Secrets.
9 playing with his food in this game, man. Putting the BKB to great use here. This Tuskar is going in and out of the fight. It's just way too annoying for Secret. They don't have the hard stuns to lock these heroes down. Double force staff as well. And like we see, the damage just takes so long to bring any of these heroes down.
Yep.
I mean, it's a triple buyback from Secret in their base defense. Don't even have Black Hole for this engagement. The Enigma's just a damage sink. But he sinks a lot of it.
And it's only because of this buyback here. Just a beautiful ultimate resolution that ultimately sets them up to be able to clean up the fight and just not lose the game outright. Also, Skeeter losing the Aegis midway through that one. Nisha's been caught though. Nisha E-Blade? Oh, he doesn't have a hop, but he does have a Blink Dagger. He blinks away.
That was as close as you can get. Still a blink on CK1.
That was a game ender right there, and they might still get it, and they do. One more buyback left for Secrets. And again, is it even enough? Can the Zeus even push them away from this lane? I don't think so.
Tundra had enough of the long games in the first two. Decided to kick it up a notch.
Nice blink backwards. Science rolls right into the middle of Tundra. A trap beautifully set and sprung by Skeeter. Stops the initiation entirely. There is still a tier 2 up at the top lane, so Tundra cannot take Mega straight up. But they're only a few minutes away and a couple of movements out from being able to get that potential last team fight forced upon Team Secret.
I don't see a way to fight this 5-man. I just don't see it. Where's the damage coming from? Even if you land everything on everybody, it's just not there. These heroes are too tanky. Triple BKB is now online, so now you have to worry about BKB Black Hole on top of everything else. Tundra just closed this map out so fast. The Death Ball came online, you lose one fight, suddenly you're in a position where you lose Aegis, that converts into a Rax mid. They never looked back. Secret looking perhaps the last team fight of this series.
What do they need to
They need a Divine Rapier, and Crystals has a queued, but he is a long way off.
Okay, what do they need to win this fight in order to get to that Divine Rapier?
They need a Divine Rapier.
Well, maybe Tundra will buy one for him. Well, look at that. Triple bounty rune just casually sitting back on the dire side of the map. So, and, you know, Tundra, chill out. Take your time. Wait for Roshan. There is very little rush here.
They're just farming it up. Both their supports ahead of the enemy 3. Just insane amount of utility coming out. You have full Lotus on this Mirana, Drum on top of it. Sox has got 4-staff Yules. I mean, these supports are incredibly hard to kill. You have to commit a large amount on them in the first place, which you don't want to because they're not even the big damage dealers.
Yep.
It's a near impossible situation for Secret to play out of here. It really is divine. You just have to find a way to get to it and hope the blacks are enough. Because I don't think any other item is going to cut through this damage in a base defense scenario.
But what if Tundra goes high ground before that? Because that's looking like a very real possibility. I mean, you should, like, tradition says you should probably wait for Roshan. But God, what if they did? What if they did go for that high ground? Could they just end the game right there? Could they just potentially seal their grand finals appearance? You gotta wait, though. Wait for the Roshan. Puppey
knows he's here.
Doxa. I don't know how he knew, but he's gonna find him. You're not getting away from this one, Puppey. All of that farm. Some of it's gonna get taken away by 9.
Stalls out the game a little bit.
True.
I think Soxa was just predicting that this is where Gyro's going to go. Like, where else is he going to go to farm? I think.
And then he found a Crystal Maiden farming the ancient.
Take that too, but that was a beautiful read. I mean, the way these guys are reading the map and the movements. Absolute perfection here.
It really does feel like they've cut it down to the science. It's process of elimination. They just can't farm these areas of the map. Go to the few parts that they can. I mean, just look at what Crystallis has to do in this. He's been hugging the side lane of the trees. He pops out, tries to get a little bit of farm in this bottom lane where he can. He could buy the Relic, but the Divine, the full-out Divine is so far away.
Relic ain't doing it.
No. They need something much bigger, much grander to be able to cut through Tundra, who smoked up around the Roshan spawning here. Look for an opening, see if they can find anybody. Nobody's showing. Okay, let's check that Roshan pit. Oh, hey, look at that. Big guy spawned. We could take Aegis and Shard.
Well, they get to choose who gets to take that big 3 Shard.
Yeah, between Skeeter and 9. The potential 2 Royal Roaders. as they're both looking their first time TI appearance. Get into that grand finals.
And even the nullifier done for this Tuskar, so any sort of save mechanic that would have come out is no longer there, which Secret aren't even getting there. It's pretty much just the E-Blade. He's kind of just itemizing ahead at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, it is all on this Gyro Reaper, which, like you said, I don't know if we're getting there. Tundra can just walk down top, cement the death ball.
And even if he does get it, he's got no sustain whatsoever. He doesn't have lifesteal.
Yeah,
So
it's no guarantee you
he might just get one shot. Knight might just show up, punch him in the face. Glass jaw gets knocked out. And there goes the Divine Rapier.
That is Dota. Sometimes punching someone in the face is stronger than Divinity.
13-31, 33 minutes in. Feels like this game 3 has just been a slow, constant progression of Tundra building up that snowball bolt. Realistically, Team Secret are left in just one crazy good hold. And if they do manage to succeed, they could get themselves back into the game. We could have this windfall of net worth going their way. But as it stands, there it is right there.
Well, Gabe has decided.
No shot.
Honestly, from a theoretical perspective, I think it might be true. But of course,
everything
Dota
breaks down on the TI main stage,
yes,
right?
Dota is not played in the theoretical round. It is played in the Coliseum, where mistakes can be made. So there is still a glimmer of hope here. However, faint Ags on Nisha give them some extra damage and stun here.
Okay.
Of course, we are still a little bit off that Divine.
And even when he has the gold for it, how do they get out there to buy it?
That is a bigger problem.
Yeah, because you can't just rely on the courier.
I mean,
that might
his
get
courier
sniped.
is already in the tree, so he's prepping for it.
That is so scary.
That is a risky courier to run, man.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you might not even get there. Tundra's just near your base.
Tundra, they're setting up. They got the initiation. They're going to bring down the Dawnbreaker first. The arrow comes out. He's dead. No buyback there. Zions trying to disrupt whatever he can. The snowball on back in is going to be able to finish up Zions. The Puppy falls as well. 3 dead, no buyback. Tundra maybe don't even need the Megas. Maybe they just delivered the final blow to Team Secret, knocking them down to the lower bracket.
You'll have to fly it through here on the side. The last hope.
Now, is he going to be able to sneak it through? Will anybody notice his courier? It's going to slip on by for now, but Megas is going to be claimed. Team Secret. Oh no, he's been grabbed. BKB does go off. Divine Rapier starts going to work, but you can see they're actually decently tanky. Chrysalis has got to get back to it, but he's just going to get blacked out immediately. Divine Rapier picked up. Divine Rapier dropped, and that is it. Tundra are going